It's time for the excitement of West Virginia High School Volleyball, featuring the Eastern Panhandle Athletic Conference. Tonight's coverage is brought to you by the Mirius Group of Ameriprise Financial Advisors, Rock's Local Markets, Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, Bechtel Jewelers, CMA Honda of Winchester, the Browns Funeral Home and Cremations, Orsini's Home Store, the Gary Kelly Allstate Insurance Agency, Hagerstown Ford, the Berkeley County Health Department, Modern Realty Results, and the Mansion Freddie Law Firm. Now let's send it out to our broadcasters for tonight's coverage.
Trying to maybe fix that a little bit. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Jefferson High School as we get you set for West Virginia High School volleyball action here on TV10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Jim Klein. As Jim, we get ready for the JV match. First time getting to see this Jefferson team this year on TV10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. Should be exciting. Coach Washington comes over from Nitro High School to lead this group, and we've seen Hedgesville quite a bit this year, Jim.
Yeah, actually, Jefferson pushed Hedgesville to the limit last time in JV. They split the first two sets, 25-23 identical scores, before Hedgesville pulled away JV in the third set, winning 25-14. Varsity story was a little bit different. Jefferson actually was in the lead as late as 20-18, and Hedgesville stormed back and took the first set 25-20, seemingly deflating Jefferson. Hedgesville winning the final two sets 25-10, 25-10. Point is, what we saw on Tuesday night with Martinsburg, if they come out and execute ball control, run their offense, anything can happen in an EPAC match. Martinsburg split scores in the first two sets against Musselman, the three-time reigning state champion, before Musselman finally pulled away in sets 3 and 4. But both sets 3 and 4 were tenuous. So what Jefferson needs to do is keep Hedgesville on its heels. We know that they're working off of a tough weekend. Hedgesville, however, is a very good team. Hedgesville currently ranks 6th in West Virginia AAA high school volleyball rankings, according to Max Preps as of this morning. They've got a good team. Everybody knows that Jefferson's going to have to be on top of their game to be able to pull out the upset.
Yeah, I think you look at this matchup, it's kind of similar to the one we had on Tuesday in some ways, because you went into it thinking, okay, Musselman's been this dominant program, Martinsburg's just been all right up and down kind of. This should be over relatively quickly, but then Martinsburg really gave Musselman a fight. Some of that was Musselman's end, and some of it was what Martinsburg was able to do well. We could see something similar tonight. Hedgesville right now is struggling a little bit. They're coming off of a tough tournament, so haven't quite had the record that you would look at it and think of a typical Hedgesville team, but this is still a really talented group, so it's an intriguing matchup, I think, Jim, and anytime we have EPAC volleyball, it can really go either way. Who have been some players that we should, or who are some players that we should look out for, do you think, tonight on both ends?
Jefferson has a great bunch of seniors. We got the two Rippas. We got Jasmine Matthews, Emma Mila, Maddie Lowe, Sanaya Winston, Brianna Flores. So I would think that the core leadership is what you need to expect to see from the seniors. And again, I think Hedgesville, we know they're a great team. However, coming off a tough weekend, maybe they've got just a tiny bit of a confidence issue. Maybe not. But what I'm saying is if Jefferson can come out and hit the gas pedal, they actually took a 4-0 lead in set 1 last time. So, and again, those scores were courtesy of John Thorne. A Jefferson parent sent me scores during the match. But if Jefferson can come out and take an early lead, then the potentially shaken confidence of Hedgesville could continue to waver, perhaps giving Jefferson a shot at an upset. So, looking forward to the match.
Yeah, definitely. Let's go ahead and take a 1-minute break. On the other side of that break, we will continue here with West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV10.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna call my parents. Dad, come over. The brisket's done.
The Traeger Connected Experience. Everything you need for epic flavor, and then some.
Shop now and save at Orsini's today.
We welcome you back here to Jefferson High School. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Jim Klein. West Virginia High School volleyball action for you here on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. Jim, we're just about ready for JV action between Jefferson and Hedgesville. Let's take a look at both teams' rosters. For Jefferson, Jazana Venable, Sarah Diaz, Sophie Lowe, Abby Cole, Emily Interline, Maddie Clark, Liv Mercer, Ella Bain, Madison Duvall, Kylie Klein, Emma Olson, Jocelyn Wilner, and Kelsey Willis. And for Hedgesville, the JV team looks like this: Addison Groves, Brianna Ryder, Riley Lamb, Alexis Branner, Ella Cogswell, Zoe Alwyn, Ashlyn Camby, Grace Laughwell, Bailey Marshall, Ariana Walters, Chloe Hudson, Jillian Sykes, and Madison Elliott. As we get ready for the first serve in this JV match, will be Sophie Lowe back to serve for the Cougars, as they will get the first serve of the match. Like you said, Jim, went 3 sets the first time, and Lowe starts us with a service error. And JV again, best of 3. First to 25 wins each set. And then Varsity best of 5. First to 25, unless it were to go to a set 5, then it's first to 15. Back deep for Hedgesville is Addison Groves. And Groves gets our first one in play here. Play at the net.
Net violation on Jefferson.
So that will give another point to the Eagles as they take an early 2-0 lead here in set 1.
Actually, no, they'll take the point off the board. The official declared that Hedgesville was in the net too, so there's a replay.
Okay, so 1-0. We have one served by Groves. That one heads out of bounds, and that will be a point for Hedgesville. So 2-0 lead now for the Eagles.
Yeah, first contact, so important at the JV level. Putting the serve in play, making a good first pass.
Groves sends it over, played at the net, and falls in for a point for the Cougars. Jefferson wearing the black jerseys and the black shorts, and Hedgesville is in the white with the navy blue shorts.
Yeah, Mom, so make sure if you're watching the live stream, Jefferson's in black on the left. Gotta love my parents. They pulled up the wrong live stream for the Martinsburg Musselman match. That's okay. We're here at Jefferson tonight having a good time.
Good to know it wasn't on us, though. Play here by Hedgesville is in.
Nice. Man, it was good offense by Jefferson as well. Hedgesville just beat him on the point.
Elena Harper, I believe, got that point for the Eagles. It's a 3-1 lead for Hedgesville. And it looks like Brianna Ryder now will go back to serve. Looking at the wrong roster there.
That's all right.
Grace Laughwell. Varsity, not the JV. Played by the Eagles now, Riley Lamb.
She shakes it off. She sends the sky ball attack. Wow, great swing.
Good swing on the other
Good
end
swing
from
both ways.
Hedgesville. Again, that's Laughwell.
Got to roll
Laughwell
it.
set up again, but she can't get it over the net, and the point goes to the Cougars. It's now 3-2.
Both teams working hard. Good passes. Both teams getting offense by swinging is what you want to see. You don't want to see a bunch of lollipop free balls.
3-2 our score, and now going back for Jefferson serve. Swing on the near side, digged out by the Cougars. They get it over this time.
Yeah, Mercer, good decision, good play.
And a good swing on the other side from Cogswell. Gets the point for the Eagles. That makes it 4-2 Jefferson here in set one. Or, I'm sorry, 4-2 Hedgesville in set one. And the Eagles will go back to serve. It's Bailey Marshall. Marshall gets it over, but it is way too far and out. Another point for Jefferson, 4-3. Jocelyn Wilner will serve now for the Cougars.
Jefferson's got some size in the front row right now. See if they can capitalize.
Off the net and falls.
Bet she doesn't miss short this time.
That's exactly how she planned it, Jim. As that is Madison Duval back there, excuse me.
It's the rare attempt at serving the two. 10 years, I don't know if I ever called that.
Duval gets it
Great
over.
serve, though. Wow, that was a bullet at the one. Down ball angle. Back sets tight. Oh, and she goes under the net and no call.
I mean, now she's hurt, I think. Or maybe just...
7 went under.
I think she might have rolled her ankle.
Yep, 7 went under. I mean, it was not intentional, but I don't know what the...
Is that the correct call there? I mean, typically, I know. I mean, obviously, you have a player injured, so I don't want to...
No, you don't want to speculate. If the entirety of her foot crossed underneath the net, then it's a violation. If any part of her foot was on the line, then it's not. The bigger issue that I have is that the officials have responsibilities for what they're supposed to be looking. The down officials should be watching the line of the net. So when the player falls, she actually her eye should have shifted to the other side.
Gotcha.
So.
That was Grace Laughwell, who had to be helped off by her coach. Hopefully everything good with her.
Yeah, walk it off, shake it off. Hopefully she's okay.
It's 4-4 still. And the serve goes over, that's an ace. Point for the Cougars as the movement and the interesting serves from Duval.
Yeah, she drops that first one on the tape and then serves 2 bullets. Make that 3 bullets.
Another one gets over, digged out.
Good pass.
By Hedgesville's rider. Play here at the net for Jefferson goes over from Maddie Clark, and it falls in for a point. And the Cougars have extended that lead out to 6-4.
Well, this is the way it played out the last time. Back on August 31st, they both teams split leads.
There's a service error from Madison Duval. So it will be a point for the Eagles, 6-5. Yeah, you see that balance that we saw, or at least read, I guess, about this matchup in that first JV match. 6-5 our score, Eagles serving.
Another serve to the 2. Zoe Alwyn drops one in. This is in play. Free ball. Good decision. Back row calls off front row moving forward.
Play at the net is going to be off. An Eagle and a point for Jefferson. Ashlyn can be misplaying that one.
Yeah, Jefferson has good size in the front row. I mean, look at the size that they got. They just subbed into the front row. Enterline comes in. She's at the 4 right now.
Yeah, definitely have some tall girls for the JV level.
Can't coach height. Bain's setters back now to serve.
And Bain
Drops
just gets it over the net in an ace. Ella Bain, the sophomore setter.
Very difficult to defend that. All you can do is be down on your toes, ready to release.
extends the lead to 8-5. Jefferson here in set one. Next one is touched by the Eagles again, extending the lead out to 9-5. So it's back-to-back aces for Ella Bain. And Jefferson in a little bit of a run here in this first set. Bain gets it over, but that is too far. And another point going back toward Hedgesville this time on the service error, but not a bad run from Bain. Looks like Branner back there to serve. Great dig on the other end from Jefferson's Kelsey Willis. Play at the net. Willis again playing that libero spot well off of Hedgesville, and another point for the Cougars, extending that lead out to 10-6. Kelsey Willis now will serve. The freshman libero.
Well, our rule of thumb was ice on the ankle means you're done. So Lathwell's aced up. I would imagine she's not going to return.
Hedgesville misplays that one, and that could be really key in this match. We've seen some good things from Lathwell in the past. Yeah, she definitely doesn't look like she's coming back in.
No.
So hopefully just a minor injury there at the ankle. As another point goes to Jefferson, and Willis has helped the Cougars extend that lead at the 12-6. Surprised no timeout yet from Hedgesville, and there's another ace and another point for Jefferson at 13-6. There's the timeout as Jefferson has extended its lead now out to 7. Let's take a 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
We welcome you back to Jefferson High School. 13-6 our score inside the Cougar cage. Hedgesville still serving. We'll see if Kelsey Willis can continue her good start, and Willis gets it over. It's digged out by the Eagles. A play from Hedgesville's Riley Lamb. And now a whistle and a point going to Hedgesville on the, what was it, like a lift?
Well, if you follow us on TV10, I've said this before. I like when the officials give the JV team more of an opportunity to play. He called double contact as if the ball moved from one hand to another, but
this one out, and another point going back to Jefferson. So Jefferson 14, Hedgesville 7 here in set one.
When it's a good pass and the setter doesn't have to move a whole lot, I would prefer that the officials not call the hands. If the setter's running out of control and tries to do something, that's my opinion. But in a good passing situation, let them play.
Back and forth here, Willis sets it up. Good swing there from the back row.
Down ball. Swing.
Hedgesville answers.
Very close.
And it's in.
Very close. Just missed.
I'm sorry, just out.
But Cogswell was aggressive, and that's what you want to see. You want to see the big swings. They'll get the timing. They'll figure out the follow-through.
Jefferson gets it over now, 15-7. And the Cougars can't quite recover that one. The point will go to Hedgesville now at 15-8.
Yeah, Walters picked her spot.
Jefferson on top of Hedgesville here. Set one of JV action. Best of three. Varsity will follow this. Going back to serve is Addison Groves. And Groves gets it over. Jefferson trying to set up the attack. Have to dump one over.
Perfect pass. Got to use it.
Willis digs it out again. Play at the net. Goes backwards.
Another perfect pass.
Good swing on the far side from Cogswell. Cogswell trying to get it again. She goes with the soft touch. Willis.
Good rally, both teams.
Cogswell
Off
at the
block.
net, off block.
Foot went
Willis
under.
continues to save her team from that libero spot. And eventually Jefferson gets the point at the net.
Yeah, Wilner cleaned up the trash. She goes for it and puts it down. She gets a kill.
Jocelyn Wilner, the sophomore middle hitter, gets the point for Jefferson at 16-7 here in JV action. Going back to serve now is Liv Mercer, the freshman. And Mercer gets it over. It's digged out by Hedgesville's Ryder. Play at the net.
Good call.
And goes to Hedgesville. Tough to get it over that height of Jefferson, but Jefferson with the misplay leads to a point for the Eagles. Now 16-8. Ryder going back to serve again. And
yeah, that was a good serve.
Yeah.
Ryder's playing really well. Not only is she passing the ball outstanding, but man, she landed that right on the line down that 5-6 seam.
Nobody really reacted to it for the Jefferson side. 16-9 now. Ryder again going for that similar look, but a whistle and a point for the Eagles. (16-10). So Jefferson making its way back into the matchup. Ryder going back to serve. 10 serving 16.
Got to know your opposites. You got to know who your opposites are at all times. This is a good chance to learn at the JV level. It's an ace.
So Ryder continues her great match here, Jim, and she has gotten Hedgesville back into it now at 16-11.
Yeah, Clark's got to stay square, keep her eyes focused.
Another serve from Ryder, and this one goes into the net. So that ends the run. Jefferson gets the point back now at 17-11 and the serve. Wilner will go back to serve for the Cougars. We're up by 6. Wilner serve.
Yeah, that's a good call. Deep.
Goes out. 18-11. I'm sorry, 17-12. Hedgesville getting another point back here. 17-12 the score. In favor of Jefferson, Bailey Marshall will serve, and Marshall's serve is out.
Yeah, back-to-back service mistakes for Hedgesville. That's not good.
And both teams, 3 in a row.
We have 3 in a row.
18-12 now our score.
A little more costly when you're down.
Right.
Yeah, Hedgesville doesn't want to trade right now. The lead 6, and they're 7. Jefferson's 7 away.
And another one hits off that net and falls in for Jefferson. That's the third time in this set.
Yeah. Statistically, when the lead is greater than the distance to finish the game, it's very difficult in rally scoring to win.
19
lead
to 12.
being 7, they only need 6 to win, and there's a roof. Now they need 5 to win. Very, very difficult for Hedgesville. They got to side out immediately. And if I'm coach, I might be thinking about my last time out here. No need to save it, but
Kylie Klein with the block at the net.
Yeah.
Very impressive. 20-12 our score. Serve heads over, digged out by the Eagles. And played over. Willis.
Perfect pass. Got to use it right here.
Klein gets it over.
Oh, now they're out of system. So now they got to get something out of nothing. It's a good roll. Hedgesville just passes so well.
Marshall setting
and a miss-hit kill.
Gets it down for the Eagles from Marshall. Good pass there from Riley Lamb. And Hedgesville has cut the lead to 20-13 now. Like you said, going to be tough. But
lead by 7. Jefferson's 5 to go. They can side out. They can trade the whole way. Hedgesville needs to go on a run, 2 or 3.
Alwyn gets it over with a good serve. Jefferson with a miscommunication, but they still get it over. Marshall, Lamb
short.
has to send a free ball.
Still out of system, both teams.
Another free ball on the Jefferson side.
Here it
Hedgesville
is.
sets it up. Good swing. Even better play by Willis.
Late whistle, good call, though.
And the call will take away a potential point for Jefferson, make it 20-14. Hedgesville back within 6.
He called double hit, but it was a lift. I mean, there was prolonged contact is the definition of lift.
Another misplay from Jefferson. They do get it over there with the free ball. Marshall with a good pass here to the near side. Blocked again by Klein at the net. 21-14.
7-point lead, 4 to go.
Willis looking to serve here at 21-14 now. She'll hand it off to her teammate who just checked in Bain. And Ella Bain goes into the net.
That was just a bad toss. You can let that ball hit the floor. You get one replay on a bad toss.
You don't see that too often,
Nope.
but it is something that you can do and should take advantage of.
Absolutely should take advantage of it. Oh, might have been out. She has to back up. She should have played overhead.
Marshall blocked again by Klein. She has been tough.
Yeah, the set was real tight. They teach the middles, we used to call it a shoot the V. You never want to hit straight, but when the ball is real tight, you're extended as far as you can go. So it's harder to cut, either thumb up or thumb down. She hits the ball straight. Klein eats it up like hitting in a phone booth.
Wilner comes back. Willis,
my.
to serve, and it's another point.
Yeah, there's a timeout.
On the service ace. 23-15, timeout Hedgesville. Let's take a 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
One of the questions lawyers get asked the most is, what is my case worth?
I'm Steven Skinner, and this is my brother Andrew with Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers.
The truth is, it's very difficult for a lawyer to pinpoint a number because every case is different.
We get to know each situation and we'll give you an idea of what your case is worth and why.
The sooner we get involved, the better we can do getting you the compensation you deserve.
Google Skinner Lawyers or go to skinnerwins.com. We'll treat you like family.
We welcome you back to Jefferson, 23-15. Jefferson on top of Hedgesville here in set 1 of JV action. Kelsey Willis going back to serve for Jefferson.
You never want the timeout to work. Like, if I'm the coach, I would have looked at Willis and said, you get this serve in. Lollipop it, I don't care. Make them beat you.
Willis
does her
get
job,
it over
and she gets an
gets
ace.
the ace. Jimmy mentioned to me as we went to timeout. Timeout really didn't affect Jefferson too much last time. Still we're in the lead on the 10-9 run since the timeout. So 24-15. It's now 11-9 Jefferson since that first timeout. Willis gets it over again. Marshall. Lamb sends a free ball. Jefferson plays it over. This is set point. Blocked at the net, and another point for Jefferson. Jocelyn Wilner gets it on the block. It's 25-15 here in set 1. Let's take a 1-minute break. When we return, we'll have set 2 of JV action. This is West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
We welcome you back to Jefferson High School. Set 1 goes to Jefferson, 25-15. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Jim Klein here. JV volleyball action. Colin McLaughlin doing a great job on camera. And back in the studio, Dylan Bishop. Jim, what are you looking for in set 2 from both of these teams?
Well, Hedgesville, I thought, I feel terrible for Grace Lathwell. I mean, she went down, and it just seemed like the team was deflated. She clearly was upset. She had ice applied to her ankle. She's actually now sitting behind the bench. So we certainly hope that, it's a stinger, a slight roll, and she's going to be good in a very short period of time. Jefferson, on the other hand, played very well as I thought Ryder passed the ball. Jefferson made fewer ultimate mistakes, and really Klein was dominant at the net. So Jefferson is completely in the driver's seat. You got to come out and put the ball in play. You can't miss serves. Put the ball in play and make Hedgesville beat you, especially now that they might be down someone who sees some consistent playing time. So Hedgesville's got to have a next person up mentality. We know that they've done that on the varsity squad, having lost a premier player in the state of West Virginia. So the JV team should be familiar to that culture and the language that's been used in practice all season. I think if they come out and pass well, mix it up at the net, they'll be fine. This is what happened last time. I mean, Hedgesville took the first set, Jefferson took the second, but they were much closer at 25-23, 25-23. Before Hedgesville pulled away 25-14. Jefferson, more than anything, you got to come out fast, keep the foot on the gas pedal, and not let Hedgesville get that momentum because they look a little flat, a little defeated right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think having that injury early in the set probably messed with them a little bit, just losing one of your teammates and a player that plays a big role, does a lot of good things for you. Never easy, but you do have to move on and have to recover from that situation. And I think now that you're coming into a fresh set, they were already down at that point too, so that probably doesn't help.
This would be a yellow card in where I coach. Jefferson has 5 players on the floor. So once the official did the lineup check, if they were missing a player on the squad, so like 10 comes on the floor late, that would have been a delay, and there would have been a yellow card assessed to the coach. No penalty. There would not have been a point associated with that, but it would have been a warning.
If you get a second yellow, is it a point or what's the situation?
The chances are they would not. They could have gone to second yellow. They could have gone red, and then it would have been a point. But just for example, in 10 years, I got 2 yellow cards.
Not in the same match.
No. Oh, my gosh, no. One was very well-deserved. I had called timeout. It was a very heated battle against Williamsport. My rule of thumb was you wait until the server picks the ball up. When the server picks the ball up, then I call timeout, and it's intentional because there's the action of taking the ball from the service team. I want to take the ball from her. And I'm looking at the down ref. He's not looking at me. I'm like, I call his name. And they served, and on the side out, I slammed my clipboard, and he lit me up.
Well, that would get you one. As set 2 begins, Hedgesville had the serve. Eagles send it over, digged out by the Cougars. Play at the night for Klein, blocked by Hedgesville.
Oh, it's a line. That's in.
Good swing there on a line drive, ends up working out.
Yeah, that's something you pointed out at the first set. Remember, Hedgesville missed the first serve. Jefferson did get their first serve in, but, just the whole thing about you lose the set, you start off with missed serve. So Hedgesville really wants to make this one.
1-0 Hedgesville, and now they get the service error.
Lamb
back there serving, and now Willis will go back to serve for
Jefferson. Kelsey Willis. Saw some good things from her in that first set.
Yeah, she did. She served well, too.
And she continues to serve well, gets it out.
Oh, good swing by Ryder.
Ryder, one of those players that plays both ways on varsity and JV. And point going to Jefferson here to extend their lead out to 2-1. So Willis will serve again, 2-1. Jefferson on top of Hedgesville.
See, if I'm Willis, I'd serve the 1. She does serve the 1. I would have served a little bit deeper, but that's a good spot. Right where this, oh my goodness, got to communicate Jefferson. The setter stack was between the 1 and 2.
Ella Bain didn't really move on that one. Hedgesville gets the point. I believe it was Camby getting it over for Hedgesville, and now she will serve. Bain this time setting up her teammate. And
Sophie Lowe.
Sophie Lowe couldn't quite get it over. Didn't look like she had a full swing on that one, kind of short-armed it a little bit.
Yeah. Hey, good serve.
Willis digs it out.
Back set.
This time Lowe gets it over, but it's blocked. Hedgesville recovers off block. Bain setting up Wilner, and that's a point for the Cougars. Seems like when Wilner and Klein have been able to get their swings in that front row, it's been just the Jefferson height really working to its advantage.
Yeah, Jefferson's playing very well. I have absolutely no criticism of Jefferson. I mean, they're attempting to run their offense. They're not setter dumping and sending the ball over out of system. Not a lot of free balls.
Sophie Lowe with a good serve gets it over. Digged out by Ryder. Willis.
That's what you want to see. Bump set spike. Off net. Good dig by Hedgesville. Back set. And then a miss hit. And actually, that's not terrible either. It's a miss hit. She just didn't take a good approach. She's got to get behind the 10 line, back way up, and then you have to move faster towards the net. Actually, you're not jumping statically. You want to be moving towards the net when you make contact. That's what propels the ball.
Cogswell, I don't think her feet were set when she went up, it looked like. And that caused her to slip afterwards. But a service error for Jefferson gives the point in serve back to Hedgesville.
Yeah, linesperson called it in, poor kid. Head official go overrules. Looked out to me from up here, but we're basically on the Berkeley County line.
4-4 our score. As Ryder sends it over.
Trouble. Oh, man. Good approach. There you go.
Bain digs it out. Willis setting it up.
Free ball. Oh, and a communication problem in transition.
Well, it ends up working out for Jefferson as the misplay by Hedgesville gives them another point.
Yeah, Branner and Cogswell both playing it.
5-4 our score. Wilner was able to send it over, and then here's a service error from Liv Mercer. Gives the serve back to the Eagles, and the game back tied at 5. So the first 10 points have been a lot of back and forth, a few errors on both ends. We'll see if either team can start to build some momentum as Marshall sends it over, digged out by the Cougars. Camby fights back for it, and a hands call gives the point to Jefferson, who regains the lead at 6-5. So early on in this set, not a whole lot of flow.
Yeah, and this is what I thought Jefferson needed to do. Needed to really press to get a lead, 3 or 4 points. Hedgesville sticking around. It's just a matter of time. And it's back-to-back missed serves now for Jefferson as Mercer missed and then Wilner missed.
So 6-6 our score here in set 2. Jefferson taking set 1. 25-15 over Hedgesville in JV action. That one digged out by Willis. Misplay by the Cougars, and that gives Hedgesville the lead here at 7-6. And it will be Hedgesville's serve going back as Ella Cogswell. Excuse me, that's Alwyn. Alwyn gets it over. And that one rolled out.
All of a sudden, it's a 3-point swing now. Hedgesville's up 2. An ace here would be devastating. You just don't want to give up these runs.
Willis digs it out for the Cougars. Set up on the far side for Klein. She gets it over. Marshall, a good pass for the Lamb, but it's out. And the point goes back to Jefferson. A big point to get back. Like you said, Jim, you start to see maybe a Hedgesville run, and all of a sudden it's 3-4 points early in the match.
And I mean, Jefferson now has a chance to capitalize. They could tie it up. One good serve right here. Ooh, bullet serve. This is a free ball. She's got to be calling free. Wow, free ball mistake. So that's uncharacteristic for Hedgesville. Free ball error. And it wasn't like they were crazy. I mean, they were out of system, but not like crazy where they're scrambling to get the ball.
8-8 the score.
Oh, good.
Marshall just dumps it over.
Yeah, you might have been able to call that.
Klein.
Oh, overpass.
Good swing, but
oh my
a misplay from Willis, and the point for Hedgesville at 9-8.
Gotta call for the ball. I mean, it's just so easy that call for the ball. You know, on my teams, we wanted the kid wearing the different colored jersey to play every ball. The kid wearing the different colored jersey, the libero, that person should be screaming her head off. Get out of my way. Mine, mine, mine. Oh, I see again. Wow. That's a great play. That's offense, getting something out of nothing. She hit it out. I get it. But we did not want to dump the ball across the net, bump it across the net at any time. I'd rather see the 10 line take an aggressive swing.
10-8 our score in favor of Hedgesville. Klein swings and hits it into the net.
Timeout, Jefferson.
Excuse me, that was Sophie Lowe, but the point for Hedgesville, 11-8 our score, as Jim said. Timeout for Jefferson, so let's take a 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. We're back in 30.
W. Harley Miller Systems understands the need and desire for reliable and affordable smart home solutions. Secure your home with a security system and keep a close eye on your family. Automate your home with a Control4 system and have smart technology work as one. Set daily schedules to control your thermostats. Push a button and set the mood for dinner by dimming lights and playing music, or just sit back and enjoy a movie in your own home theater. Put decades of experience to work for you. Visit us at WHMsystems.com or call 304-350-1931.
We welcome you back to Jefferson. Our score, Hedgesville 11, Jefferson 8. It is Hedgesville serving with that 3-point lead. Going back for Hedgesville is Alexis Branner. And it is a service error, so the timeout works for Jefferson. They get the point back at 9-11.
All right, somebody's got to separate themselves. Hedgesville looked flat. They got a little bit of a lead here, and Jefferson let the timeout, made the timeout, and it worked.
Bain gets it over. Have to get this one over, and they do.
Oh, and a hitting error.
And another point going to Hedgesville at 12-9.
But the fundamentals are there. It was a good pass, good set, hitting error. I mean, there was a good double block. The defense was set up by Hedgesville. She's got to reach.
Lamb.
It's a good serve.
Good serve, gets it over.
Trouble pass, free ball. Hedgesville's got to use it. Perfect pass by Ryder. Sets a little off the net. Another free ball. Good swing, overpass. Just back row attack.
That will give the point to Hedgesville, and this game continues to be pretty back and forth here. 12-10, set number 2 of JV action, best of 3. Jefferson taking set 1 by 10 points at 25-15. Much closer here in set 2. A lot of mistakes, it feels like, on both ends.
Setters at the 1. I'd serve the setter's base. If you'd serve between 3 and 8 right now.
Willis with the server's error. Makes it 13-10, Hedgesville. Canby will serve for the Eagles, who lead by 3.
Alwyn's in the front row now. She subbed in.
Canby gets it over.
That was a good serve. That
Willis.
was in.
Off net. Hedgesville recovers. And then a swinging error from Cogswell makes it 13-11.
Yeah, the hardest position to hit from is the 2, or the opposite, the offhand, all that's the same thing. Because the ball has to cross the line of your body. The timing is much more difficult.
Sophie Lowe to serve, and Lowe
it's out.
Hits it out.
Is that 2 or 3 missed in a row?
I think it's 2, but it feels like the 4th or 5th of the match so far, or for the set for Jefferson. Just hasn't been a great set for them after set 1 was really good.
Yeah, very few errors.
Ryder gets it over. Willis, another good play on the receiving end. Jefferson has to get it over on this hit. They do. Misplayed by Hedgesville, and a point for the Cougars. If Jefferson wants to win this set, it seems like, though, or at least to take a lead and get back into it, this is a big point here at 14-12.
Yeah, these are the things that the kids have to work on, in transition. Lamb he should be sprinting to the setter's base.
Mercer gets it over. Hedgesville plays it for Cogswell. Good call from Jefferson to say it was out, as it was. And the point is now 14-13 is our score. The point going to the Cougars. Jefferson trails Hedgesville by 1.
Oh, good play. It's a very, very tough serve. Back set into the net. Her elbow was way down. She short-armed it. We actually had a perfect angle from Eastern Berkeley County to be able to see that her elbow was below her shoulder. Her elbow needs to be up by her eyes. Got to make contact way, way up.
Yeah, it looked like maybe Maddie Clark might have mistimed her jump as well, but point there for Hedgesville at 15-13, and another ball going into the net from Jefferson. Jocelyn Wilner there with the error on the hit, 16-13.
Oh, good decision.
That one ruled out.
Hedgesville was showing signs of life there. There's a little bit more noise from the crowd. And there's actually a decent crowd here for this tonight.
It's true. They haven't been super loud, but there are a lot of people here, especially in the JV portion.
Oh, that's, real close to being out. But Ryder played it. I believe it's in.
Marshall setting her teammate up. Hedgesville gets it over, 16-14.
Just don't like to set or dump in two. Almost never works. Especially at the JV level. You want to
Jefferson
work on
getting it over the net.
Off block.
Klein that time getting the point for Jefferson, 16-15. Cougars right back in it, but Hedgesville has been able to hold them off so far, keeping at least a 1-point lead here in set 2. Wilner gets it over on the serve. A good block at the net from Kylie Klein, and we are tied at 16 here in set 2.
Yeah, if I'm Hedgesville, knowing that Jefferson already called the timeout, I probably wouldn't want to give up the lead. So if Jefferson scores here, I might call one. Oh, and it's another real close. But Ryder with a perfect pass.
And a good swing, but blocked by Jefferson. And another point for the Cougars at 17-16.
Yeah, see, decision time for Coach. You've just given up a 4-point swing. That's where I'm thinking, man, I might blow one. But we didn't. We'll see what happens.
Wilner getting it over again for Jefferson. Hedgesville plays it in.
Yep, good pass, good set, good swing. Hedgesville deserved that point. Tied up. Coach knows better than me. That's why I'm wearing the headphones and she's standing on the court.
I think it was either Alwyn or Canby with that point for Hedgesville. 17-17 the score, set number 2. It's a 1-0 Jefferson lead here in set 2. Jefferson would like to avoid set 3. Hedgesville
why reach?
Trying to keep themselves alive, and they regain the lead here at 18-17.
Yeah, we teach hitters never to reach back. You have to trust the defense, and setter was definitely at the base.
Allwyn to serve again for Hedgesville. Willis digs it out. Dumped
Again,
over.
Another setter dump. Didn't work either time.
This
Tight
time they
roll.
set it up, and
Good swing.
Good job by Allwyn on the other side to keep it alive.
Off block. Oh, and Ryder goes all out. Just can't get it.
That time, Willis was able to get it off, I believe, the top of the net, and then it fell in for a point for Jefferson. We are tied at 18 here in set number 2 between Jefferson and Hedgesville here at Jefferson High School in Shenandoah Junction.
Just love to see the way that the schools work together. The head football coach from Hedgesville sitting over there for the JV match. Coach Faircloth. Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, I saw Coach Richard Lewis of the Jefferson boys basketball team here earlier. I'm not certain if he stuck around, but he was at least watching warm-ups. So.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, what do you think that does for the athletes? And there it is.
18-18.
1 point, called the timeout. I think that's a great call by the Hedgesville coach.
30-second break here on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. We'll be back with more West Virginia High School volleyball action here on TV 10 and WRNR TV. 19-18 our score.
The Honda HR-V, CR-V, Pilot, Passport, and Ridgeline. They all have one thing in common. They never back off from a challenge. Available with all-wheel drive, the Honda SUV lineup has the performance you can count on and the capability to amaze. It's no wonder Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com named Honda the 2022 Best Value brand.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
Based on 2022 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
We welcome you back here on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. JV volleyball action, good one here in set number 2. Jefferson holds a 19-18 lead. Out of the timeout, they get it off the net. Another excellent play from Brianna Ryder. Eagles, or the Cougars, trying to get it going, and Ryder again laying it all on the line.
Out of system free ball. That's way in. Good decision. Very high pass.
Tough play, but Jefferson does get it over. Lamb sends one.
Yikes. A miss hit, almost a kill. Great dig by Hedgesville.
Both teams going back and forth on this one. And that one in.
Called in.
And that extends the Cougar lead to 2018 here in set number 2 of West Virginia High School volleyball action, EPAC action. Tonight, Jefferson taking on Hedgesville. First time seeing this Jefferson team, and they've looked good so far. 20-18 here in JV action.
Oh, she's
play
under.
At the net, under.
Good
and
call.
Even if she wasn't, probably would have fell in for a point for Jefferson. It's a point here at 21-18.
Actually, Coach does have another timeout, but it's up 4 with 4 to go.
Lamb plays it over and somehow
goodness.
Saved by Jefferson.
Yeah, that's the dig of the match, no matter what.
Lamb
Did that hit the antenna?
Over. Apparently it didn't.
Oh, but it's got to be angle.
And good effort, but Hedgesville can't get to it. It's 22-18. Jefferson. (22-18) our score.
Oh, good swing, but that is stuff blocked.
Both teams going back and forth.
Slow.
Here at Jefferson High School. (22-19).
Now, my threshold for timeout is do not give up the lead. If I'm Jefferson, you won set 1, and you know that you lost in 3 previously. Good pass. No approach.
Marshall setting up Lamb.
No block.
Digged out by Jefferson.
Oh, down ball. That's a kill. 23-19. Jefferson is in control. Again, first serve. First contacts are what we coached in practice. First contact. So this first contact would be the serve. Probably the most important serve of the match.
Going back to serve will be Bain. Ella Bain.
I serve away from Ryder. I'd serve the 5-6 seam. She does. She serves right at the 5.
Ella gets it over.
Got to be angle. Doesn't go.
So Jefferson is 1 point away from winning this match.
There's the timeout.
In JV. Hedgesville burns its final timeout. Our score, Jefferson 24, Hedgesville 19. We will be back in 30 seconds with the conclusion here of set 2. This is West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
WVU Medicine is proud once again to present the Bob Bariner Apple Trample 5K on Saturday, October 21st in conjunction with the 44th Mountain State Apple Harvest Festival. This is a great event for runners, walkers, and families to enjoy. Register by October 1st for the early bird rate. To register for the Apple Trample 5K, go online to the festival website at msahf.com. Be a part of this community tradition. Run or walk the Bob Bariner Apple Trample 5K.
Back here, 24-19. Jefferson on top and looking for the match point here. Ella Bain gets it over. The timeout does not throw her off. Marshall setting up for Groves. Bain with the swing, and that's out.
One.
But the pressure is on Hedgesville here, 24-20. One misplay, and Jefferson takes the match.
Yeah, Jefferson has a timeout. Again, I would never give up the lead. I would call timeout at 22 or 23 if it gets there.
Groves gets it over.
Hedgesville got to play perfect. They can make no mistakes.
Lowe hits it out.
There it is. There's one. Hedgesville cannot miss a serve, cannot have a hitting error, no mistakes.
It's important, too, though, for Jefferson, obviously, to not make mistakes. You don't want to give up 3 points. If they're going to make it tied, you want to make them earn it. And
off block.
Bounds off block.
Ryder's just so good.
Digged out by Willis. Willis gets it over.
So this is an out-of-system play. Free ball. Jefferson's got to use the free ball. Good transition.
Good swing there.
Uh-oh, here we go. 2, it's got to go.
Ryder keeping it alive, and somehow Hedgesville gets it over Willis, and even
overpass.
Great play on this end.
There's the roll. 2, here we go.
Bain sets it up.
And it's out.
And they roll out again, so 24-22. Jim, you said you would call timeout.
I probably would call
timeout here.
I'd probably call timeout. Lamb's missed 2 serves in the match tonight.
She gets this one over.
Again, 3 in a row.
Bain. Play at the net, blocked by Marshall. Jefferson keeping it alive, though. Lamb sets it up. Jefferson digging it out.
Sends it in 2. Jefferson a little panicked at this moment.
24-22. Willis sets it up. Lewis at the net with the soft touch, and it's out. 24-23. Now the timeout coming.
There's the timeout
from the Jefferson JV coach at 24-23. Anybody's match here in set number 2. Let's take a 30-second break. Jefferson leading the match 1-0. Match point still. Hedgesville down 1. This is West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. We're back in 30.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
We welcome you back here to Jefferson High School. This is match point. Hedgesville serve. Lamb comes through.
Wow, a floater.
Might have been out, though.
Yeah, might have been out. That's a floater. That's off touch, and it's in. It's
in. And Jefferson takes the match in two, an improvement from their first JV match with Hedgesville. They get the win this time around, 25-23 here in set two. Set two much closer, Jim. It really felt like set one. Hedgesville was just off its game, especially after that injury that went for Laughwell. But set two goes Jefferson's way as well, and overall, pretty impressive match for the JV Jefferson Cougars.
Oh, I agree. Coach Gregory, the varsity coach, was on the bench for the end of the JV match. Coach Gregory, Coach Lowe, Jefferson had a lot of energy. It's important. They play to win. But what's even more important, I think, at the JV level is practicing good fundamentals. They did that, and they won. That's a bonus. For Hedgesville, obviously, a difficult situation. Lathwell goes out. We hope she's okay. The kids could get challenged in a different way, in addition to the away match, a good team that they're playing, and it just didn't fall Hedgesville's way today. The varsity match could be completely different, though.
Let's go ahead and take a 5-minute break or so, Dylan, and then we come back. We'll have more West Virginia High School volleyball action here on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. We're back after this break.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
WVU Medicine is pleased to introduce 8 new providers who've joined University Health Associates East and our medical staffs at Berkeley Medical Center and Jefferson Medical Center. Physician's Assistant Casey Wiebel, Emergency Medicine, Dr. Mark Seymour, Anesthesia, Dr. Farman Ali, Neurology, Dr. Christopher Redmond, Rheumatology, Dr. Sierra Hart, Emergency Medicine, Physician's Assistant Carly Kremer, Cardiology, Nurse Practitioner Jennifer Gorgal, General Surgery, and Nurse Practitioner Corey Lapai, OBGYN. Welcome to WVU Medicine.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Before the invitations and the dress, the flowers, cake, candles, or vows, there is an answer to a question proposed with a ring.
Bechtel Jewelers knows that an important part of your wedding happens before the I-dos. We're a diamond store with an engagement and bridal jewelry selection that's both exciting and accessible.
On the big day, there's everything else and there's the ring. Make sure you get this one right at Bechtel Jewelers in Inwood.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
This is Eric at Hagerstown Ford. Over the last decade, the way we buy things have evolved. Now, you get on your phone, click Want It, and it shows up at your front door. At Hagerstown Ford, it is that convenient. We've changed the car buying experience on the I-81 corridor forever. And with a return policy better than Walmart, there's absolutely no reason to buy a new or used car, truck, or SUV anywhere else. Just like Amazon, Hagerstown Ford will deliver the vehicle to you, where you are. and on your time. And if you don't want it, return it. No questions asked. Why waste your time at a car dealership playing the dumb back and forth games? Besides, we hate it more than you do. I assure you, no dealership from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C. will beat our price. No dealership from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania to Baltimore, Maryland will beat our price. And no other dealership will allow you to return it if you don't want it. Hagerstown Ford absolutely provides the best experience at the best price. Visit HagerstownFord.com to schedule your VIP experience. Click on the vehicle you want and get your new ride delivered to you at no risk.
See dealer for details.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
After a car accident, what do you get when you call Mansion Ferretti?
You get more experience from a local law firm with over 115 years of combined service.
More respect from a team who treats clients like their own family.
And more fight, because we want you to get every dollar you deserve.
Experience, respect, results. If you've been injured, that's what you want in your lawyer.
And that's what you'll get when you call us. Car accident? Get more with Mansion Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
The Larry DeMarco team at Modern Realty Results believes buying a new home requires a dedicated team that cares about your needs and concerns. Our experienced team is from the area, and we care about this community because it is our home as well. Whether it's a $30,000 home or a $3 million home, we will be hands-on and invested throughout the entire process. Thinking of buying or selling in West Virginia? We've got the tri-state area covered.
Here to Jefferson. This JV match going in favor of the Jefferson Cougars over the Hedgesville Eagles. Nick Verzolini, Jim Klein here, Colin McLaughlin, our cameraman. And back in the studio is Dylan Bishop as we get set for varsity action. Jefferson coming in with a new head coach and Coach Washington. Hedgesville, a team that we've said before, one of the premier programs in the Eastern Panhandle. Jim, it's an interesting match tonight. I think there's a lot of intrigue to see this Jefferson team under Coach Washington and what she brings and what they're able to do with this group. As you said, it's a veteran group. They have a lot of experience.
Yeah, and the cool thing is that Washington won a state championship at Winfield High School in southern West Virginia. She actually coached at Nitro and took its team to its only state tournament appearance. However, those things are in the past. What she brings to this Jefferson team might be some of the enthusiasm when you go downstairs. So we walked from Berkeley County down to the concession stand. What's crazy is the number of people that are here at Jefferson is outstanding. The concession stand is hopping. They got I've seen in the past they've had a jazz band come for the volleyball match. There's a lot of energy and enthusiasm between Coach Washington, Coach Lowe, and then the volunteer assistant Coach Gregory, and I think that breeds, that attitude and that mentality. It gives them energy when times when maybe they don't have it. Conversely, on the other side of the net, Hedgesville had a tough weekend. We've talked about that. They were a very difficult tournament, playing some outstanding players, and then they've ended up in a situation where they maybe they're reeling a little bit. We don't know. No matter what, Hedgesville is still the 11th best team in the AAA rankings. Musselman currently ranked. In the whole state of West Virginia. Musselman's ranked 4th. Hedgesville 11th. Got to go all the way down to 40th if you're looking at the Max Preps ratings. And West Virginia AAA, Musselman is ranked 2nd, Hedgesville 6th. You got to go all the way down to 21 to find Jefferson. When you go to the D.C. metro area, you got Musselman at 11, Hedgesville at 26, Jefferson all the way down at 68. So Hedgesville swept the match on August 31st. The first game was close, 25-22. Jefferson actually had a lead at 2018 before Hedgesville closed them out to win 25-20. The last two sets were not as close, 25-15. So what we're going to see is whether or not Jefferson can come out and withstand the barrage against or from the Hedgesville team, and can Jefferson then turn the tide and pull out the unbelievable upset in the first set that they let slip away the last time. So going to be an interesting match no matter what.
Jim, that last point you made there, confidence. And that's what Coach Washington stressed to me, that she wants to see her team play with confidence. And that's what you have to play with when you're taking on a team like Hedgesville. You got to believe that you can win. If you don't believe you can win, then you already are beaten before you take the court. So,
and I agree with that. And I misspoke. I want to make sure that the scores was courtesy of John Thorne, who sent us the scores on the 31st. Actually, the score were 25-20, and then Hedgesville won 25-10, 25-10. I think confidence is a fickle beast, and once it's shaken, it's very hard to get it back. It's momentum, on the other hand, is something that I believe you can. There are these ebbs and flows to momentum, but man, confidence, and the scores to me reflect 25-20, but then 25-10, 25-10. That reflects to me that maybe they were beaten before the match. The second set even started. So we'll see what happens tonight here in the varsity match.
That we will. Let's take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll hear from both teams' head coaches. This is West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. Back in 2 minutes.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How can I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm John Everson, Private Wealth Advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC. Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilston Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
W. Harley Miller Systems understands the need and desire for reliable and affordable smart home solutions. Secure your home with a security system and keep a close eye on your family. Automate your home with a Control4 system and have smart technology work as one. Set daily schedules to control your thermostats. Push a button and set the mood for dinner by dimming lights and playing music, or just sit back and enjoy a movie in your own home theater. Put decades of experience to work for you. Visit us at WHMsystems.com or call 304-350-1931.
We're the Skinner Brothers. Most folks only need a lawyer once or twice in their lives. And when they're injured or in an accident, most people don't know what to do. We get it. It can be overwhelming.
Nobody likes to be told, you need a lawyer. But that's why we're here. We want to get you back to your normal life and help you recover.
So if you or loved one has been in an accident, give us a call. Let us figure out how we can get you compensation.
Reach us at SkinnerWins.com or Google Skinner Lawyers. We'll treat you like family.
Welcome you back here to Jefferson High School. Let's go ahead and hear from both teams' head coaches. We'll start with Coach Washington of the Jefferson Cougars, and then Coach Whitford of the Hedgesville Eagles caught up with Colin before the game. But here's my interview with Coach Washington. Now joined by Coach Washington of the Jefferson Cougars. Coach, how do you feel about your team so far? It's your first season with the team. What have you liked so far out of your team?
I feel awesome about it. Honestly, this is probably legitimately the hardest working team that I've ever coached. I came in and they immediately got to work. So they want to learn. They're eager to learn. They're passionate about the sport, and you couldn't ask for more as a coach. So,
what's your previous coaching experience, and what kind of led you to come here?
Oh, well, actually, what led me to come here is my family moved here in 2020. My husband is from this area. He's actually a Martinsburg graduate. But I started at the rec center here just trying to keep volleyball in my life because I used to coach in the Kanawha Valley at Nitro High School for 5 years. And I wanted to expand my family, so I took some time off from coaching. When I came up here, I wanted to kind of keep it in my life, so I started there, and I just developed a relationship with the community here and the kids here, and I thought, well, I should go to Jefferson and coach when the job came open, so that's what I did.
This is our first time seeing your team this year on TV 10. Who have been some key players for you so far this season?
Oh gosh, that's a loaded question. One thing that I've heard actually throughout from a lot of referees is that we have a very even-keeled team. Obviously, we have like a power hitter and Maddie Lowe and a killer libero and Sanaya Winston, but overall, like one of the things that I've heard is that we have a very even-keeled team. Like we're very balanced. So.
At Hedgesville, one of the premier programs around here, typically, what have you seen out of their team so far, and what will be some keys tonight?
I think with Hedgesville is they're very consistent and confident, and so that's something that I'm actually trying to instill in my players. So with them, I mean, obviously they've got a few power hitters themselves and some good setters, but for us it's just teaching our girls to have that consistency and that confidence as well. So.
Anything else you're looking to do tonight to get the win?
To get the win, for us, it's being smart. I have some awesome, amazing, talented kids. It's just making sure that when they're in the heat of the game that they keep their cool and their calm and they play smart.
All right, Coach, thank you. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Now joined by the head coach of the Hedgesville Eagles, Allison Whitford. Coach Whitford, been about a week since we got to see your team last. Just how have things gone since then?
So we headed to Virginia Beach this past weekend, played some pretty tough competition. We were in the champions bracket down there with the best of the best. Musselman was down there, James Wood was down there. So we had a pretty tough weekend just competing against teams, that were better than us and that make us better. And then we didn't have any other games other than this one this week. So we've been doing a lot of practice time in the gym, trying to get some consistency from our players, and we'll see what happens.
How much did that rest and recovery also help, but also the practice instead of having to go match to match to match?
Yeah, I think we needed that after the weekend that we had. We played tough teams, like I said, and it was a long day Saturday. We didn't get back until the evening on Sunday. We had practice Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, just like normal. But I think just having time to really break down and focus on what we need to focus on instead of rolling right into a game on Tuesday, I think that did help us.
Today you guys get to take on Jefferson for the second time this season. What does your team need to do to get the win against the Cougars?
Hopefully we find some consistency. Like I said, we have not had our full team together since, I think, at Spring Mills was the last time all of our athletes, other than Elena Harper, who, had an injury at the beginning of the season. But other than that, we've had 2 concussions, we've had knee injury, we've had, it's just some different illnesses and injuries. So we are hoping to get a little bit of consistency with the girls that are here tonight. Our setter is still out with a concussion, and our other middle is out with a concussion as well. So we're hoping to fill those roles pretty easily, and just hoping to get a win tonight.
All right, thank you, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
As that was both teams' head coaches, thank you to both of them for joining us here on the pregame show. Let's go ahead and take one more 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, Jim and I will continue to break down this matchup. This is West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
Larry DeMarco team at Modern Realty Results believes buying a new home requires a dedicated team that cares about your needs and concerns. Our experienced team is from the area, and we care about this community because it is our home as well. Whether it's a $30,000 home or a $3 million home, we will be hands-on and invested throughout the entire process. Thinking of buying or selling in West Virginia? We've got the tri-state area covered.
After a car accident, what do you get when you call Mansion Ferretti?
You get more experience from a local law firm with over 115 years of combined service.
More respect from a team who treats clients like their own family.
And more fight, because we want you to get every dollar you deserve.
Experience, respect, results. If you've been injured, that's what you want in your lawyer.
And that's what you'll get when you call us. Car accident? Get more with Mansion Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
WVU Medicine is proud once again to present the Bob Bariner Apple Trample 5K on Saturday, October 21st in conjunction with the 44th Mountain State Apple Harvest Festival. This is a great event for runners, walkers, and families to enjoy. Register by October 1st for the early bird rate. To register for the Apple Trample 5K, go online to the festival website at msahf.com. Be a part of this community tradition. Run or walk the Bob Bariner Apple Trample 5K.
W. Harley Miller Systems understands the need and desire for reliable and affordable smart home solutions. Secure your home with a security system and keep a close eye on your family. Automate your home with a Control4 system and have smart technology work as one. Set daily schedules to control your thermostats. Push a button and set the mood for dinner by dimming lights and playing music, or just sit back and enjoy a movie in your own home theater. Put decades of experience to work for you. Visit us at whmsystems.com or call 304-350-1931.
We welcome you back here on TV10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. Nick Verzolini, Jim Klein, happy to have you with us. Colin McLaughlin on camera, back in the studio, Dylan Bishop, as we get you set for varsity action between Jefferson and Hedgesville, West Virginia High School volleyball. Jim, you heard from both teams' coaches. Anything stand out to you based on what you heard?
Well, I like everything that Jefferson's coach Washington, what she said is, a lot of coaches speak. I mean, getting to play confident, stay enthusiastic, and all those different things. I really feel like they've got to stay in system. They've got to have good touches and try to get Hedgesville out of system. Then on the other hand, when you listen to Coach Whitford, my goodness, they are plagued with injuries. And as we're looking at the floor, we don't see a number 8. We don't see Lexi Winston. We don't see Kylie Ann East on the floor. She did talk about a concussion for her setter. So you have to wonder if is that part of what's going on in the match. So for Hedgesville, you absolutely are going to have good first touches. I mean, you're going to have great passing. We saw Ryder play the JV match, and she's leading the team in serve receives for Hedgesville's varsity. I think that's real important. I think they may have played her in the JV match just to get her warmed up. Lots of touches because she needs to have another real good match for Hedgesville to pull this out. Both the Hedgesville setters, the Sykes sisters, Addison and Jillian, they're going to have to work real hard if it's not good passing. And in warm-ups, I was watching Jillian, and she was getting a lot of instruction from the hitters as to where they wanted the ball, what they're used to. So if there's going to be, they've had time, they've had 3 days to prepare, but 3 days in practice is not the same as the match experience. The biggest non-game factor is that Hedgesville has so much experience. They know how to win. Jefferson's learning how to win, so that's what we're going to need to see.
Jefferson, on the other hand, this is their third match of the week, so they have already played twice this week. Do you think it's better to be playing a lot or practicing a lot?
Absolutely, it's much better to play. But especially once you get to the midpoint of the season, what we started doing is we ran what we called our vanilla offense all the way through the first time. We didn't want anybody to see what it was we were going to run. We didn't add any slides. We didn't run shoots. We didn't run threes, those in-between sets. We didn't do any of that until after we played everyone once. And then we would put in about a third of the offense. And then what we would do is that would be our emergency offense, and we would run that for the second half of the season. And then when we had that week off between playoffs and into season, we'd put the rest of our offense. And now we would toy with it throughout the season, but I think playing is a lot more beneficial than practicing. So, in that respect, I definitely think Jefferson has an advantage.
And according to this roster I received, Sanaya Winston is coming off injury tonight, expected to return today. And that's a big thing for this Jefferson team. So get her back, a senior, in their lineup, and don't know how long she's been out, but that could help. This is a team that has a losing record but has been kind of up and down and has had their moments this season. On the Hedgesville side, it's a pretty young team still, and even with that experience and I should say tradition of winning, they've had their moments where they haven't quite looked as good as we expect from Hedgesville, but they're again, relatively young, and they had a big injury to start the season, so they've still kind of are figuring out who they are. I think this past weekend could have helped them with that when you are playing tougher out-of-state competition that doesn't really matter in terms of it's not a conference game, it's not a team that you're going to see again in a state tournament if you get that far. So that stuff can be helpful because then you maybe come back here and it's not quite the same level of competition and it seems easier to you at times.
Absolutely, and a ton of your offense for Hedgesville comes out of, right now, Parker Sutherland, sophomore, Gracie Brown, sophomore, Emmy Bishop, freshman. Now, I'm not saying that those are the only attackers. We saw Ware play well. We saw Brianna Ryder play real well. We saw Evelyn Jennings play very well. She actually had a very good front row against, I think it was Spring Mills. The issue is that who's out? Well, 2 juniors. Kylie Ann East is a junior. Lexi Winston out as a junior. My goodness, there's not very many left on the roster. Brianna Ryder and Addison Sykes, the setter, look like the only 2. So, it's you're exactly right, a very young team, and there's a bulk of the touches. Remember, Kylie Ann East, she served outstanding in that last match. So it's going to be a very difficult situation. I think that as the Jefferson team takes the floor, there's a raucous crowd. I mean, this is great for Jefferson volleyball.
Yeah, nice superhero theme from the student section directly in front of us. So they're excited, and anytime you get your students to come out to a volleyball match, I think that's, a good thing, especially typically, if you have fellow athletes coming out and supporting, that's usually a good sign, and they tend to try to support each other. But Hedgesville, Jefferson getting ready to do battle here momentarily. Any other thoughts on that match?
I completely misspoke. Evelyn Jennings is a senior. She's the lone senior on the roster. I think I said she was a junior, which is absolutely incorrect. She does provide some senior leadership, but again, this is a roster, a very young Hedgesville roster.
Should have the anthem and starting lineups being announced here momentarily. Let's go over the 2 teams' lineups for Hedgesville, the visitors. It's number 1, Addison Groves. Number 2, Brianna Ryder. We saw both of them in the JV match. Number 3, Evelyn Jennings. Number 4, Delaney Cedars. Number 5, Alexa Smith. We believe out tonight is number 6, Kylie Ann East. Number 7, Parker Sutherland. Number 8, Lexi Winston. Number 9, Elena Harper. Number 10, Chloe Hudson. Number 11, Gracie Brown. Number 12, Emmy Bishop. Number 13, Jayana Ware. Number 14, Grace Laughwell. And number 15, Addison Sykes, as well as number 16, Jillian Sykes. For Jefferson, it is number 1, Maddie Lowe, a senior. Number 2, a junior, Grace Hoffmaster. Number 3, a junior, Braylon Albright. Number 4, a sophomore, Sarah Diaz. Number 5, Grace Dodson. Number 7/17, Lauren Ripa. Number 8, Jocelyn Graham. Number 9, Jasmine Matthews. Number 10, Riley Ripa. Number 11, Brianna Flores. Number 12, Emma Maylieb. Number 14, Maya Cole. Number 15, Avon Thorne. And number 18, Sanaya Winston.
So no national anthem.
Or lineup announcement.
Yeah, so what's interesting is, can I just tell you something for Hedgesville? If you say Sykes with the assist or Sykes with the set tonight, you're probably never going to be wrong.
I'll keep that in mind.
Looks like the only setters for Hedgesville dressed are the Sykes sisters.
Well, Flores gets it over the net.
Good pass.
And Sykes with the set. It's digged out. Or not digged out, I should say. Misplay from Brianna Flores leads to the point for Hedgesville, 1-0 Eagles.
Did you hear that? Gracie Brown said, "Hello, Jefferson." My goodness, what a perfect pass, a perfect set leads to a Gracie Brown kill.
I think she'll be saying hello quite a lot.
Gosh, if they keep passing like that.
Alexa Smith back to serve for Hedgesville on this one, and Jefferson sends it into the net.
Yeah, never went. That never went. We have a great angle for that.
Riley Ripa unable to hit it over.
It's nice that Coach gives us the phonetics.
Yeah, definitely helpful.
Oh, good play. Flores with a great play. You teach the setter, you got to play in two positions. It's either under the net or above the net. She went way low and actually brought it out. If everybody else was in the right positions, it could have sent that across. Good dig. Oh, good serve.
Hedgesville with the early 3-0 lead on Jefferson.
Good back set. Where goes line? 10 line.
Cougars trying to respond. Good swing from Maddie Lowe. Ball hit over by the Cougars. Sykes gets it across, or sets up her teammate Ware.
Hedgesville does not want to dump a bunch of free balls. And Jefferson absolutely cannot give free balls. That's a quick.
Gracie Brown.
Oh, my. Just a little high,
Just
maybe?
out. 3-1 our score in favor of Hedgesville, but Jefferson will go back to serve for the second time here tonight. Ripa back, and Riley gets it over. Play on the net by Brown. Digged out by Jefferson. Low hits it into the net. Good contest from Chloe Hudson on the other end for Hedgesville.
And what you got to see there is that's the first situation where Brown, the set was not where she expected it to be, I don't think, and she had to adjust, and she ended up tipping the ball, and I think that was a ball that normally she would take a big swing at.
Sykes sends it over. Winston again
Off
back.
block. That is a dominant Ruth.
Low at the net, sneaks it over the jumping Ware and Sutherland to get the point.
Yes, Sykes was in good position. You just got to release. Once you see the attacker's hand comes up, if it's in front of their head, it's got to be a tip. You're not swinging. It's back here when you're swinging behind your head.
Winston gets it over.
Off block. Sutherland with the kill. And it almost looked like a miss hit. And in comes the freshman, Bishop, into the front row. She's at the 4 right now. She's on hand.
Gracie Brown back to serve. 5-2 Hedgesville.
Ace. She serves the deep 3.
Nobody able to get there for Jefferson. Ripa trying to, but
now smart server
falls in.
If you identify that the team has cheated up, and they have not, I do not think that Winston cheated up, but Brown goes for it all. Service error.
Yep, sending it into the net. So 6-3 our score. Jefferson going back to serve.
Is that our first missed service of the set? I think that was.
I believe it was, yeah. Ava Thorne to serve now for Jefferson. Hedgesville gets it over. Counterattack from Flores. And Flores finds the floor to make it 6-4. Hedgesville still on top here. Jefferson. Thorne again to serve.
Yeah, Flores from the right side. That's
misplay there from Hedgesville as Emmy Bishop couldn't control it.
Yeah, and this is what we talked about in pregame. Hedgesville's going to have to pass real well.
Now one out, so the point going back to the Eagles now at 7-5. Ending the run there from Jefferson's Ava Thorne, or Avon Thorne, I should say.
Ware drops in on the 3.
And good swing from Emmy Bishop, but ruled out, and a point for Jefferson.
My goodness, such a good play, just a bit outside.
7-6 our score. Jefferson will go back to serve it. It's low.
That's out.
And that is out.
Yeah, when you see the ball floating, we call that a floater. The ball has zero rotation. It's very hard, very flat. So those tend to sail a little bit. It's the top spin that you have to worry about.
8-6 our score in favor of Hedgesville. Sykes will go back to serve. This is Addison Sykes. And she gets it over. Thorne tries to set it up, and nobody comes on the attack for Jefferson, and that will result in a point for the Eagles at 9-6.
Yeah, your back row, Ripa's got to recognize that your right side just got picked by the setter. she should be moving towards a coverage position anyway.
Nine to 6 our score as we had a stoppage in the action, but getting it over the net there is Sykes. Jefferson plays it back for Hedgesville. Play at the net, and Jefferson gets the point.
Yeah, Jennings was a little tight.
So Cougars bring it back to 9 to 7.
On the set tight, Jennings has got to expedite her approach. She's got to get in there and reach, and that's probably a good tip ball.
Sarah Diaz now to serve, and Diaz gets it over.
Good pass, though.
Alexa Smith digs it out. Good swing from Gracie Brown. Thorne, though, and a good play by Brown again to go with the soft touch on the other end.
Bishop with a good swing, and that's a kill.
Bishop ending up getting the point for Hedgesville as they just kept coming with well-placed and hard swings and eventually get the point there. Jefferson was on the defensive that entire volley, it seemed like.
Yeah, traded 3 rotations there. Bishop came in, had the hitting error. She rotated across in 3 swings. Like that's a shame. Hedgesville couldn't capitalize.
Cedars with a great dive to keep it alive.
Off block. Setter's got to move her feet. Come on, Sykes.
Good swing, but blocked by Jefferson. Hedgesville on the counter from Jennings.
This is trouble. It's an unsafe play.
And the Cougars can't get it over the net. Hedgesville extending its lead out to 11-7.
Very acute angle, setting the ball to the outside hitter from a little bit between the 5 and 6. Very difficult play.
Delaney Cedars' serve goes over. A great serve as it hits off of Flores and falls in. A timeout for Coach Washington and the Jefferson Cougars. 12-7 our score. Hedgesville on top of Jefferson. This is West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. We'll take a 30-second break.
Mommy, where does flavor come from?
Well, when people love food, they cook it on a Traeger grill. Meat, corn, even pie. And then the Traeger does the rest, which brings everyone to celebrate this beautiful thing that they've created. Because when you share delicious food with your friends, that's the flavor of life.
Shop now and save at Orsini's today.
We welcome you back here to Jefferson High School. The reason, in case you're wondering, for the no national anthem, a mic/sound system issue, so just decided to go without it. 12-7 our score. Jefferson on top of Hedgesville. Delaney Cedars will go back again to serve for the Eagles. She's had a nice run here, helping Hedgesville extend its lead, and now we have, I guess, an issue of where the camera's set up.
Yeah, it's one of those things, we've had the camera there for how long, but we're just now identified. But you know what? The music situation was very different. Like, in some schools we attend, and it wasn't our fault that the microphones, but a sports doctor, Colin McLaughlin, did not break the sound system.
When I got a text that said mic isn't working, I immediately think that's our mic.
You're right. That's what when you started telling me, I was like thinking, oh, no, what's going on?
But the point falls in here for Hedgesville, but then I understood it was the Jefferson mic. 13-7, Cedars continuing the service run for the Eagles, and Cedars again gets it over the tape and in. Another point on the service ace that time for Delaney Cedars, and it is 14-7. And that time she gets a service error, but it's with a 7-point lead, now down to a 6-point lead at 14-8. Jefferson going back to serve, and Brianna Flores. Flores, the senior, gets it over.
Wow, tough serve. Jennings with a decent swing. She had to cut that. Off block, over block.
Cedar sets it up. Here comes Gracie Brown, and she places it perfectly in that back right corner for the point for Hedgesville. 15-8 now.
Drops a dime on the one. My goodness. It's funny, at Musselman on Tuesday night, we kept watching Miller and Dunnigan trying to serve the one so many times. Brown, within complete control, just places the ball where she wants it.
Alexa Smith now to serve again in this match.
Trouble. Down ball.
Swing from Hedgesville. Smith sets up Brown. She goes with the soft touch and finds the perfect location again. Hedgesville extending its lead to 16-8.
Second timeout. Quick timeout.
Yep, a quick one with only an 8-point deficit here. Hedgesville on top. We'll take a 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
So Jefferson has burned all of its first set timeouts here at 16-8. Here in set 1 between Hedgesville and Jefferson. Hedgesville on top. We'll see if Jefferson can answer this time out of the timeout. Kind of a misplay on the initial receive of the serve.
Yeah, but Smith did her job. She didn't let the timeout work. She came in and made it. And there's a tip. Oh, my goodness. Winston goes all out, and there's a net violation. Oh, no call.
Well, the net is moving.
The net was moving big time. Like Mayleeb is asking questions.
Well, Gracie Brown gets the kill. 17-8 our score. Smith, another good serve from her. A dump. Good effort by Sykes to keep it alive for Hedgesville. Smith going back. Good play.
Now, okay, reset. Deep free ball. I would have sent that way deep, but that's okay. Jefferson needs the swing. Good swing.
Off block. Gracie Brown keeps it alive. Sykes plays another free ball for Hedgesville. And a block at the net. And the volley stays alive. Cedars' free ball is blocked.
Yeah,
by Hedgesville.
Hedgesville just could not get back in system. Like they needed a pass.
That was Mayleeb coming through with a point.
Look, Gracie's tying her shoe. Oh, my goodness. Come on. Here we go.
17-9. Ripa sends it over.
Hudson's playing middle.
Brown trying to keep it alive. And that's a close ball to potentially going out, but she tips with the hand and gives the point back to Jefferson as it does head out off of Brown. 17-10 our score. Jefferson serving again. Ripa sends it way out.
My goodness, that was a bullet.
Good thing is she got a lot of power on it, just didn't get the correct placement. There at 18-10 now our score. Hedgesville extending that lead out to 8 now.
Yeah, 2-2 run after the timeout, too, so the timeout really doesn't capitalize. Perfect pass. Oh, my goodness, perfect pass. Perfect set, perfect swing, and that's what you expect. Nice swing by Lowe.
And it starts with the senior Winston, who, again, returning today from her injury. And you've already kind of felt her presence out there on the court with some good plays from that libero spot.
And then she comes back and has an outstanding serve, but nothing can be done about Sutherland hitting outside. They just don't have an answer in the front row with that lineup.
Yeah, Hedgesville's looked really good so far in this match. See if they continue that.
Well, now look at the front rows. Look at the comparison of front rows. Yeah. Bishop and Sutherland are big, tall. I mean, this is, Jefferson really has to work. They can't give a free ball here. Swing away. Miss hit. But you know what I'm saying? Like, if they lollipop the ball across the net, they've got all kinds of firepower coming right back at them. They're never going to get back in system unless they get a real good dig.
2011, Hedgesville extending the lead. Gracie Brown sends it over.
Oh, my, good serve.
Winston, a good dig on the other end, and blocked by Sutherland at the net. Point Hedgesville, 21-11. And again, at this point, Jefferson has already burned both timeouts. Maybe you would think about one here, but now you're down 10.
You're asking Lowe to do an awful lot with Sutherland right in her face. I mean, Sutherland's just a big presence at the net. And the service error. But, I mean, if you're going to take a risk, that's the time. I mean, at 21-11, being a little bit more aggressive with the serve. For me, it would be more about where you place it, like Dunnigan and Miller serving at the deep one or something like that.
Thorne gets it over. Sutherland trying to keep it alive as Hedgesville, but they were unable to.
Yeah, see, Bishop right now is back in the serve receive. So what you could do is you can swing the other way. You could slide Bishop out, drop Sutherland back in, but they want Bishop passing the ball.
Bishop with the pass. Sutherland with the nice swing.
Yeah.
Thorne was there, made an effort, but like you said earlier, Jim, if she gets a good swing on it, it's almost impossible to stop it.
Well, at the pace of that, Sutherland was jumping before the ball had left the setter's hands. I mean, that's just an outstanding timing play. It's quick. Another service mistake by Hedgesville.
Service error gives the point to Jefferson.
Yeah, Hedgesville can afford to do that because all they got to do is trade. But, it's not what you want to see, obviously.
Maddie Lowe.
Yeah, Lowe's good. Lowe's got some talent. That was a great serve.
Bishop.
The roll
sends it over.
Tight.
Thorne. Play at the net. Gets over the block of Sutherland.
Good dig. Bishop again. Winston with a good dig. Up.
Play here. Dig again by Gracie Brown. Thorne all over the place, setting it up and out.
Yeah, I didn't see touch.
23-14. Hedgesville extending its lead out to 9 points, just 2 points away from taking set one. Sykes will go back to serve for the Eagles.
And Sykes comes off the court from the setting position.
Yes, Addison Sykes going back to serve, and Jillian Sykes checking out.
But you can never leave. Jefferson gets a kill on serve receive. Hedgesville finally gets one in, and Jefferson makes him pay anyway. But again, Hedgesville can trade all day long. Jefferson has to play perfect for 10 points.
Yeah, definitely tough to do here, but we've seen some crazy things at times this year, with Hedgesville even having a big lead. Not quite this lead, but still pretty close in that Spring Mills match, as that one falls in for another point for the Cougars at 23-16. So Jefferson at least not going away here, Jim, and maybe playing with a little bit more of that confidence that you like to see.
Yeah, well, Coach Whitford immediately signals out. My eyes go to the lines person. She signals in. The official promptly calls it out. Addison Sykes, errant pass, just can't get there.
23-17 now the score.
And we talked about this in pregame. You've got to pass the ball well. You've got some less experience in the center position than you've had in your pass, especially when you consider last year. You compare last year, Paige Richmond was one of the best setters in the county, perhaps even the state for Hedgesville. And now an overpass, another free ball. There's the perfect pass that you expect.
Gracie Brown again finding that open spot. The open middle has been there a lot for Hedgesville, and they take advantage of it. Extend the lead to 24-17, now set point.
Cedars coming in. Cedars missed her last serve. Let's see if she does something different this time.
Delaney Cedars goes back and gets the serve over. Winston digs it out. Set up by Smith. Good pass. Gracie Brown. Oh, better play, though, or good effort by Winston, but she couldn't keep it in play, and it's a point for Hedgesville, and they take set one, 25-17. We'll take a 1-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll have set two. This is West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
The Larry DeMarco team at Modern Realty Results believes buying a new home requires a dedicated team that cares about your needs and concerns. Our experienced team is from the area, and we care about this community because it is our home as well. Whether it's a $30,000 home or a $3 million home, we will be hands-on and invested throughout the entire process. Thinking of buying or selling in West Virginia? We've got the tri-state area covered.
We welcome you back here to Jefferson High School. Jim, good performance for Hedgesville in set one. Jefferson, though, battled back, made it somewhat close there at the end, but pretty much Hedgesville was in control throughout that set.
Yeah, I agree. You know, and Hedgesville has some tremendous amount of adversity, and I will tell you, in the 10 years I sat on the bench, 3 state titles, and I think some of that is attributed to luck. Well, first, it's all attributed to the outstanding student athletes. But there's also a little bit of luck that's involved with that because over those years, I had 1 or 2 pretty significant injuries. I had a kid lose her ACL, very unfortunate, in 95. I had a kid in 97 who tore an abdominal muscle and missed a couple matches. But she actually did that in summer league basketball. So to have Hedgesville missing starters, multiple times, and a season-ending injury at the last match of preseason, it's devastating, and they're showing remarkable. The word that I would like to use is resiliency. The fact that they're working together. There were times where it looked like maybe they were a little bit out of system. It's rare to see Hedgesville send 2 or 3 free balls in a row, and they really bounced back. Hedgesville has the first serve. Here we go to start the third set.
So Smith will serve for Hedgesville, and she gets it over. Jefferson blocked, but falls off block. Ware with the block, but it falls on the Hedgesville side, so a point for the Cougars, an early 1-0 lead here in set 2. Going back to serve is Flores. And Flores sends it over. Cedars digs it out. Hedgesville at the free ball.
Off touch.
Gracie Brown playing it off the net and off block. They give the point now to, well, even Jefferson rolled it over. They ruled, though, that is a point for Jefferson, and now they overturned it. As it was tipped. Originally, the official did point Jefferson's way that they received the point. Brown said it was off block. Jefferson even rolled it to Hedgesville's side, indicating that, yeah, it was off block, and we're tied at 1.
The linesperson, the cute little linesperson in the blue mask, even signaled touch.
Flores.
Good swing by Lowe. Lowe gets a kill out of that. She gets a kill as a back row attack. Now she rotates to the 4.
Albright going back to serve it for Jefferson.
That's got to be out.
Smith
she knows.
Plays it, though.
Yep, Smith knew, though. And that's out.
Sutherland swings, but it's ruled out. So Jefferson has a early 3-1 lead over Hedgesville here in set 2. Hedgesville taking set number 1. Brown has the play a free ball. Jefferson goes to the back line, and it is in. Point for the Cougars.
The enthusiasm of that far lines person.
Both of them are making me laugh.
It's contagious.
It's good stuff.
I know.
Like
I wish they had music. We could dance.
4-1 our score.
Give it back to her, yeah.
Gracie Brown off block. Digged out by Winston. Brown.
Set or dump. How many times have we seen that work?
Ware playing and...
Oh, I thought that was in. Oh, it is not.
Official ruling out a point for Jefferson. So they have a 5-1 lead here, Jim.
Yeah,
that one's out.
Yeah.
5-2 now.
I thought Smith actually might have played two that were very, very close to being out. So, I don't know. If it's close, you got to play it. I think it's rare that you're going to see that many attack errors. But again, working with a new setter rotation.
Gracie Brown to serve. Error going against Jefferson.
Jefferson is an overlap. I don't know where the overlap was.
But 5-3 now as the point
12.
goes to Hedgesville.
12
Washington uncertain about it. So the point for Hedgesville. Brown digged out by Winston. They get it over.
It was a good save by Winston.
Good swing from Sutherland, and that's another point.
Yeah, and the beauty of that is where the ball is set, it's close enough to the middle that she can shoot the V and not hit it out. You can't hit straight as a middle. So if the middle pulls you too far one way or the other, the hitter has to recognize she only has half the V to be able to swing.
Gracie Brown. Another good serve, low, plays it well over the net. Sykes setting it up. Bishop goes with the soft touch. Digged out by
late whistle, but it was correct.
The whistle.
Yeah, late whistle in the hands, but it was definitely correct. The ball came in with no spin. It left her hands with vicious left to right, which is a good indication that there's double contact.
So Brown trying to keep her serve streak going, and she gets the error.
She almost nailed Parker Sutherlander. My goodness, in the back of the head. Bishop almost took one, too.
So that will give the point back to Hedgesville. To Jefferson, excuse me. Winston going back to serve for the Cougars at 6-5. Winston serve, digged by the Eagles.
Bishop launches it. She just didn't reach way up. She's a little tentative on her approach. I think maybe the set was a little bit higher than she expected.
7-5. Jefferson on top. Winston another serve.
That's floating. But the first serve had a top spin on it. Brown backs up and makes the play. That one, it floated. It did not have top spin, and she wisely let it go.
Again, Winston coming back from that injury. Ware to serve for Hedgesville. Winston gets it. Played at the net by Lowe. Nobody hit it for Hedgesville.
Yeah, that's Setter. Setter has the second ball. That's it. Setter has the second ball. If she isn't going to play the second ball, she has got to loudly take control and demand someone else to play it. And looking around is not going to cut it. It's low, real low, not a good set.
Couldn't really do much with that, and plays it into the net.
I think Jillian is a sophomore.
Looks like Jillian Sykes.
Yeah, she's a sophomore.
This time a good set from Sykes. Leads to a Jefferson or Hedgesville point. 9-7. Either Bishop or Brown.
Yeah, so Jillian leaves. Addison comes in to serve now. No, I apologize. Jillian goes to serve. Addison leaves.
I think you were right the first time. That's a 15, I believe.
Yeah.
So that's Addison Sykes.
My bad.
And point falls in for Hedgesville, 9-8. Sykes again, Addison Sykes going back to serve for Hedgesville, who trails by 1 at 9-8 here in set 2. Eagles taking set 1, and Sykes a good serve, gets it over.
Another trouble.
Trying to keep it alive, but Jefferson misplays. We're tied at 9.
Yeah, Repa. And again, there are ways that you can fix this. You can swing the other way, but then what ends up happening is you got, or you could drop 15 back in a serve receive. You bring Low back in a serve receive, and then 15's got to run. Doesn't matter because he missed the serve.
Service error gives the point back to the Cougars. Lowe going back to serve at 10-9. Now we're in that double-digit stage of the match where things can typically tend to separate. And we'll see if Jefferson or Hedgesville's able to do so.
Yeah, that's a great start.
Miscommunication, it looked like, on the Hedgesville end.
But it's textbook. It's textbook. Low serve, very low, very aggressive. She got Hedgesville out of system, and then something bad happens.
11-9 our score, just over the net. Bishop
that's an overpass.
Digs out. A great swing from Sarah Diaz. Gets the point for Jefferson. They have the momentum now at 12-9. Timeout Hedgesville. We'll take a 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV 10.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
We welcome you back to Jefferson High School, 12-9. Jefferson on top of Hedgesville here in set number 2 after Hedgesville took set 1. Lowe gets it over. Again, kind of a misplay there, or miscommunication, I should say.
Brown and Bishop.
But Hedgesville still gets it over. Sykes digging it out. Looks like they're still out of sync. And Jefferson unable to make them pay as a big swing heads out.
No break.
Score 12-10.
They call touch.
Oh. Tough for us to tell from our angle, but didn't really see a change in the way the ball went.
I didn't see the touch. But, I mean, it doesn't matter. The lines person, both of them are very entertaining, first off. But second off, she identified who she thought touched the ball, so I don't see that as...
But overruled. Flores, Sykes.
Yeah, that was in.
And again.
And I.E. Crow. So we've seen about 10 setter dumps tonight. It worked one time. But I tell you what, for Jefferson, that was an important point. They just extended it to 5. Hedgesville's got a hold.
14-9, Jefferson on top. Brown gets the dig.
This has got to be a roll.
Bishop plays it over.
Good
Thorne.
pass by Lowe. Jefferson, or Hedgesville is just struggling so much to get in offense.
Sykes.
Again, can't get an offense.
Bishop, good swing. Nearly results in a point, but Jefferson keeping it alive.
That's
over the
off
block. And Hedgesville unable to get the point, as heading it into the net was Evelyn Jennings. 15-9. Jefferson continuing here in set number 2. Seems like Hedgesville really missing some of its key players here tonight with those injuries, and in set 2 it's played a big factor, it seems like. Another point for Jefferson, that time an ace from Lowe. She has gone on quite the run for the Cougars at 16-9.
Yeah, we talked about this in pregame. Hedgesville's got to pass well. You can't make these new setters run as much as they are. Working very hard just for basic plays, and then they get nothing out of it. Free ball basically to Jefferson, and then Jefferson gets a kill.
Jefferson, another point
they cannot,
for the Lady Cougars.
Yeah, Hedgesville can't get out of this rotation. And I don't know if Coach Whitford just wants them to play out of it, or there's just no real adjustment, you know?
Sarah Diaz.
Not a great pass.
Getting the point there for Jefferson.
Bishop with another free ball.
Set up again. Blocked. But a point. It doesn't go over. A point for Jefferson. They have extended the lead to 18-9.
And Hedgesville uses its last time out as we watch the lines people going crazy.
Well, they have a right to. Jefferson and Hedgesville is typically Hedgesville winning. 44 matches in a row, as Colin mentioned on the Sports Mix today. Hedgesville has defeated Jefferson. It's been a long time since they won a set.
Just to make sure everyone's on the same page, Hedgesville called timeout at 9-12. They were losing by 3. This is a 6-0 run. This is just unbelievable, and it's all with first touches. I mean, Hedgesville is just not passing the ball and serve receive. Sykes cannot get there because of the errant passing, and they're in a tough situation.
Down 18-9. It looks like Jefferson should be able to take this set as the Cougars get it over. And another misplay on the serve receive. An ace again. Lowe continues to be unstoppable from the server position.
Yeah, there are times when I coach you get a little, you get frustrated and stubborn. And Hedgesville just they're not taking any adjustments.
Bishop off block finally ends the run. Hedgesville trails 19-10. They can get out of this rotation that has hurt them with the bad passes that they've had. And now Cedars going back there to serve. We'll see if she can go on a run to get Hedgesville back in it, or if Jefferson can hold on off the net and down for the point. 19-11. Ace for Delaney Cedars, even though it wasn't typically how you see them when it hits the net.
Yeah, Cedars really got to focus on making sure this ball is playable.
Gets it over again. Good dig from Jefferson. Cedars plays it from the back row. Swing from Jennings. Ruled out. And a point for the Jefferson Cougars, now 20-11. Only 5 points away is Jefferson from taking set 2. Diaz out. Hedgesville gets a point back at 20-12.
Jefferson up 9 with 5 to go. Up 8 with 5 to go.
Well, they were up 9 with 5 to go before that.
Statistically, it's very hard for a team to win. However, when you look at teams like Hedgesville and Musselman, you just don't ever count them out. But if Hedgesville doesn't pass well and Sykes has got to run 45 feet.
Play at the net over Gracie Brown, and
it was touched.
They rule it out, but it was off the touch of Hedgesville, so the point goes to the Cougars at 21-12.
Yeah, we're just outside of Falling Waters watching this, and we could hear the touch. I mean, come on. Call that. Whew. Jefferson, 4 to go.
Jefferson and Hedgesville going at it here in set 2. EPAC volleyball action at its finest. That one out. Point for the Eagles at 21-13. Still a chance, but it does feel like Jefferson is in control here. Only needs 4 points. Hedgesville, like you said there, Jim, they're a team you never really count out. Sykes with a good serve. Eagles digging out with Smith. Set up for Gracie Brown, and she gets the point. 21-14.
At the beginning of this match, I made an assumption. I thought that Ryder would get some more touches because of the injuries, and when I think back about that 6-point-plus run, and now a rotation error for Jefferson. I'm calling timeout probably.
Yeah, you don't want to let this Hedgesville team get within 3 or 4.
I know it's 6, and maybe that's me just being emotional. I got a story about 4-0, a timeout at 4-0. I don't know. I just don't like momentum.
Dig down by Smith. Good swing. Played by Lowe, excuse me.
Back set to Ware. To
Jefferson.
This is good. Free ball.
Able to get it over.
A lollipop. Hedgesville's got to use this.
Gracie Brown off block, and the point goes to Hedgesville. 21-16. They call the timeout at a 5-point lead. Let's take a 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. Hedgesville trying to work its way back against Jefferson here in set 2.
Before the invitations and the dress, the flowers, cake, candles, or vows, there was an answer to a question proposed with a ring.
Bechtel Jewelers knows that an important part of your wedding happens before the I-dos. We're a diamond store with an engagement and bridal jewelry selection that's both exciting and accessible.
On the big day, there's everything else, and there's the ring. Make sure you get this one right at Bechtel Jewelers in Inwood.
21-16. Jefferson on top of Hedgesville as we welcome you back to Jefferson High School. Both teams going back and forth low. Plays it for Cedars. Could have been out.
Yeah, could have been out.
Where?
Goes and gets it. Low with a good dig. Oh, and a setter dump. Over in one.
Doesn't
and now
counter.
Jefferson over in two.
Gracie Brown. Point for the Eagles. 21-17. They rule in. Our official up top is saying point Jefferson.
What on earth is happening here? I have no idea. The linesperson called it in.
It's almost like because they're volunteers and kids that they're just not trusting them. That's how it seems to me, at least. There's been a few plays here and there where it's like they're calling something and they're just not getting their calls.
There are just things that we talk about, not on air, things that I probably shouldn't say. Like, in the 10 years I sat on the bench, I've never seen the R2, the down official walk to the stands so many times in matches. I've never seen so many replays.
It should be point, Hedgesville gets the point, which is what was originally called by our lines person. So 21-17, and that one out, and a point for.
And I would be upset.
Jefferson.
I would not be as upset with the kid as I would be with the officials because it shouldn't be like that. In essence, you gave Jefferson an extra timeout.
Yeah.
I mean, the server had to stand back there for how long? Icing. You know.
I mean, the kid made the right call, or at least what was called originally, and eventually what they went with.
Yeah. 2-minute delay. It's the equivalent of a timeout.
Sutherland gets it over.
Lowe just directs it. Oh, and it's a great play. That's in, way in. Yikes.
Hedgesville right back in it at 22-18. Still advantage Jefferson here, but it does feel like this is more of the team that Hedgesville can be and is when they're at their top game. We'll see if Gracie Brown now back to serve. A key for her, probably just make sure it's in play. She has the power, of course, to get the aces. But at this point in the match, you don't want to probably risk those.
I agree.
Nearly gets an ace.
Agree, 100%. Oh, my goodness, and Sykes just doesn't recognize. She's got to cover that ball. My goodness, the attacker goes up with two hands. You've got to read that's a dump. And now 2 points to go with a 5-point lead.
Sykes setting up for
Ware hits it way out. This is set point.
Set point. Now for Jefferson. Winston back to serve. 24-18. Jefferson trying to win the set against Hedgesville. Bishop. Digged out by the Cougars. Off block and a point for Hedgesville. And is able to get up there. Sutherland and Ware. It's 24-19. Still set point. Jefferson in control, but Hedgesville not going away. They've rallied back from 18-11 at one point to make it 24-19. Still a big lead, though.
Hedgesville has to serve 6 perfect.
Very tough to do, but
there's one.
They get that one.
So when do you call timeout if you're Jefferson? You have one left. I probably would call it by 21 or 22 because I would want to have cushion for another mistake someplace, but
24-20 Ware
has got to be perfect.
Over. Set up. Hedgesville just keeps
out
it alive.
System.
Brown. Bishop.
She's in the net.
In the net. They ruled point.
It was Jefferson was in the net. Yep. She was. The Jefferson players pointed, but it was the Jefferson player was in the net.
Yep. So 24-21 our score. There's the timeout from Jefferson. Let's take another 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
We are the Skinner Brothers. Most folks only need a lawyer once or twice in their lives.
And when they're injured or in an accident, most people don't know what to do. We get it. It can be overwhelming.
Nobody likes to be told you need a lawyer, but that's why we're here. We want to get you back to your normal life and help you recover.
So if you or loved one has been in an accident, give us a call. Let us figure out how we can get you compensation.
Reach us at SkinnerWins.com or Google Skinner Lawyers. We'll treat you like family.
You back.
Hedgesville's gone on a 7-3 run and a 5-3 run to force it to 21-24. It's a free ball. Got to see it. Got to use it. There's a touch.
Puts it in. 24-22. This has been an unreal comeback.
Yeah, you got to get two more. You got to get two more perfect plays, because even a mistake at 23-24, the set's over.
Yep. Got to win by 2.
This rally scoring is difficult, especially when you don't switch sides. And
Ware gets it over.
Pushes it a little deep.
Yeah, it was definitely close, but I think it would have been in. Hedgesville
bump set,
on the dig,
good set.
Trying to set it up for
no,
Brown.
That's it. Out. Yeah, Brown no follow through. Just got away from her.
25-22. Jefferson takes set 2. We are tied at 1 between the Cougars and the Eagles. This is West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. We're back at 60.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How can I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm John Everson, Private Wealth Advisor with the Marius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
The Honda HR-V, CR-V, Pilot, Passport, and Ridgeline. They all have one thing in common. They never back off from a challenge. Available with all-wheel drive, the Honda SUV lineup has the performance you can count on and the capability to amaze. It's no wonder Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com named Honda the 2022 Best Value brand.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
Based on 2022 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
We welcome you back here to Jefferson High School after the Cougars win set number 2 against the Hedgesville Eagles. Hedgesville attempts to make a comeback, ends up coming up just short, 25-22, our final in set 2. Nick Versley, Jim Klein, happy to have you with us. Colin McLaughlin on camera, back in the studio. Dylan Bishop and Jim, Jefferson finding a way to win set 2. Again, they haven't won a match against Hedgesville in 44 consecutive matches. And it's been a long time since they won a set as well. So this is definitely a big moment, and it's very similar to what we saw Tuesday, right? It's pretty much the same situation. We talked about it on the Sports Mix today. Jefferson hasn't beaten Hedgesville in a very long time. Martinsburg hadn't beaten Musselman in a very long time. At the end of the day, Musselman still won, but it's much more competitive than maybe you would think initially just based on those two teams' history, and that's the same kind of thing heading into tonight's match, and we see Jefferson show that they can do it. They can win against Hedgesville. Can they keep it up will be interesting, and this is also an injury-plagued Hedgesville team, right, but still a very talented team.
Absolutely. They've got a lot of firepower. I think they were missing Lexi Winston. I do think they're missing Kylie Ann East. However, with all the firepower that Hedgesville has, if they don't get a good first contact, the fact that they're down a setter and trying to work in the younger Sykes to be able to manage the game, like it's like a double whammy, because if the first contact's not there, you've got a less experienced setter, and then you've also got the fact that you've got to work out a system. So Hedgesville, they really struggled. They went through that 6 or 7 point in one rotation deficit, but then right after that they came back and went on a 7-3 run. Jefferson called timeout. They went on a 5-3 run, but they just ran out of points. Whereas in the first set they didn't have nearly as many of those serve, receive, touch issues, different things like that. So again, whoever comes out fastest probably's got the best shot. But ultimately, it's going to be consistency in, I think, serve, receive, and transition free ball passing that's going to win.
Well, our lines people have changed, so that's something to note here for set 3.
You don't look quite as festive.
No,
Down
they're not
ball.
with the theme, so. That one ruled out, and a point for the Hedgesville Eagles on that one.
Yeah, tough situation. Hedgesville actually gave up a free ball, and Jefferson didn't capitalize.
Smith to serve. Played by Lowe, but into the net. Another point for the Eagles. So Hedgesville trying to take advantage here of some hitting errors from Jefferson. Up 2-0 here early in set 3. Tied at 1 between the two teams. Ware just getting it in as Winston tried to save it, but it hits the ground, and it's a point for Hedgesville, 3-0. Going back to serve again, Alexa Smith. She's been back there for all 3 points so far.
I just noticed Coach Whitford's calling the spot.
Serve goes over, and it's another point, 4-0.
So I wonder if that was executed. Watch Coach Whitford. See what she's doing? She's hiding her hand. You can't see her hand because she's signaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Off net.
As Hedgesville struggling to get that one after the initial hit went into the net. 4-1 now the score. Jefferson on top. Or Jefferson trailing, getting the serve back, though, I should say. Was calling the serve something you ever did, Jim?
Oh, yeah. Well, I always had a volunteer assistant on the bench.
And block there at the net from Hedgesville. Swing from Brown. Digged out by Winston, but a point going to Hedgesville. I think a lift was called.
Now, the second, R2 is calling someone under the net. So when she turned in transition to leave the net, she's saying that her foot went under.
And now we're talking about it.
So she's telling Mayleb that when Mayleb turned off the net, she steps and her foot goes under. If her entire foot goes under. The funny thing is that any other part of your body cannot cross the line. Your foot can, but it cannot go the whole way.
So point for Hedgesville makes it 5-1. That one tipped. Cedars keeps it alive.
Didn't play good defense there.
Low, good swing. Played off
Got
of
to reach,
Smith.
real tight.
Big swing from Gracie Brown, and she gets the point. 6-1.
It's real tight, real tight. Brown, what an incredible adjustment to be able to go up and get that.
Sykes going back to serve now for Hedgesville.
Wonder if she called the 2.
Low.
I don't know if that was in. Good place. It's got to go. Got to go.
Just goes over off the net.
How would you not jump up and block that?
Low. Plays it. Set up here for Ware.
Ware off block.
Played again by Lowe. She gets it over. Sykes sets it up for Sutherland. Off block.
Oh, that was good.
Jefferson
There's your timeout.
doesn't get it over. Another point here for the Hedgesville Eagles at 7-1. Coach Washington signaling for it, and now she is awarded the timeout. 7-1. Hedgesville on top here in set number 3. This is West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. We'll take a 30-second break.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How can I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm John Everson, Private Wealth Advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
We welcome you back here to Jefferson. 7-1. Our score here at Jefferson High School. Hedgesville quickly back out of the timeout on the court, ready to go. Jefferson taking their time. Obviously, they're given a whole minute, so if you feel like you need it, you take it. And that's what they do there. Hedgesville with the 7-1 lead. No real reason to talk about anything right now. Sykes back to serve. We'll see if the timeout works and gets her out of a rhythm. And she gets it over.
Oh, my. That was a knuckleball.
Not a great pass, but it does work out for Jefferson, at least in terms of getting the ball over. Cedars digs for Hedgesville. Another block from Jefferson, and it hits that antenna, so there's a point for Hedgesville at 8-1.
Oh, this is a good serve. That's in. That was a great serve. She kept sucking people up. It's serving real short, somewhere between the 3-point line and the 10 line. She worked 3 serves in a row in that first third, and then what ends up happening is the back row slowly creeps, and then she dropped a dime between the deep 1 and 6. Great serve.
Sykes gets it over.
She goes deep again, and Jefferson still hadn't adjusted. Off block is out. Tooled her. Lowe's very good, very athletic.
Yeah, she's had a good match. And one of those seniors on this team.
And she's done it from every position, too. She has played
Served
the front
well.
row, served, passed well, played defense.
Sutherland getting the point there for Hedgesville.
Yeah, Reap got to move her feet.
Bishop going to check in for Cedars at 10-2. And going back to serve is Ryder, who had the good JV match. Now seeing her serve here at Varsity in set 3. And Ryder gets it over and gets the ace. So another point for the Eagles. It is all Hedgesville right now at 11-2.
So it's Ryder's first appearance, right? That's an assumption that I made between JV and Varsity, and this is a good time for Ryder to get some PT, the junior. She comes back, serves it right up the 5. Good set outside, and she tools. Yeah. Ware gets beat. Ware was all over it. She's got to penetrate. Press, press, press.
So a point for Jefferson at 11-3. Jefferson going back to serve now is Thorne. Set number 3, Hedgesville in control, and that one ruled out.
It's one thing we used to coach on slow balls, free balls, different things like that. You run to the line, you put your foot on the line when you call it out. There's no way that the lines person can get that wrong. If your foot's on the line and the ball's outside your foot, it's out.
Ware gets it over.
Off block again. Hedgesville's got to tighten up in the front row. And then a free ball.
Hedgesville gets it over, and that is in for Jennings.
Jennings with the kill. The lone senior for Hedgesville gets a kill, and Jefferson blows its last time out.
Yep, at 13-3, so this feels more like set 1, Jim. This is Hedgesville executing. Jefferson kind of out of sync.
Yeah.
More on the defensive side, and Hedgesville has rallied to a 13-3 lead. And again, early, Jefferson forced to burn both of its timeouts.
Yeah, coaches know. State Finals 1998, we're playing against Allegheny down at University of Maryland, Giant Stadium, and we've got we come out to Allegheny flat. We're down 4-0. The volunteer coach is saying to me, you got to call a timeout. He tells me 2-0, you got to call a timeout. 3-0, you got to call a timeout. 4-0, you got to call a timeout. I told him, Chuck, go sit down. We won the set 15-4. Point being, coaches know when to call the timeouts. I would not call both my timeouts at 13-3, but you can't take them home with you, so why not use them?
Ware gets it over.
Oh, no, I was wrong.
But just out.
Ware with the floater just sails and sails and sails.
Also, the timeout worked, at least for now.
Yeah,
13-4.
Perfect. Good point. 1-0 run after the timeout.
Low gets it over, and now you go to one of your best players to serve, so it's an opportunity potentially for Jefferson to get back.
Great dig.
Into it. Sutherland with the swing and the kill. 14-4 it should be. Our scoreboard reads 14-3. But they'll have to correct that here. I think that's what they are correcting now.
Sutherland with just put it on a clinic. But I tell you what, it was an even better dig by Thorne. Thorne with a great dig on the first one.
Both teams still giving it their all no matter what the score has been tonight.
Deep free ball, I like it. Gives the defense a chance to set up.
Bishop
with the roll was a good play. They were out of system. Oh, the hands could have been called. It's all right. Play on. Bishop goes with the angle.
Winston. Swing from the far side out from Dodson. And it results in a point for Hedgesville. They extend that lead to 15-4.
And again, Smith runs all the way, chases the ball all the way to the end line, puts her foot, calls it out. That's an ace. Hit the seam. Albright, Winston.
16-4 the score. Sykes had a good run to help Hedgesville get back into it from the server position in the last set. 16-4 the score. So she can extend the Hedgesville lead here. Jefferson a little bit out of sync, but able to get it over, and then Hedgesville misplaying off the block. Leads to a point for the Cougars at 16-5. Still a lot of points to go in this third set, with Hedgesville trying to force it to a fourth and be in control heading into the fourth.
Yeah, and Hedgesville can afford to trade, so it's
Bishop. Digged out by Diaz, a swing from the
good
left
tip.
side.
That's an overpass. Lots of one hands.
Eventually, though, Hedgesville gets it over, but this should be a good opportunity for Jefferson.
Got to send that free ball deep. Not enough time to reset your defense, and now they're in trouble.
Bishop.
And there's an overpass. Bishop
at
goes
the
and gets
net,
it.
Gets the block and the point. 17-5.
Yeah, see, that free ball doesn't give the defense time to set back up. So then Jefferson ends up out of system, throwing one right back. I mean, Hedgesville got, I don't want to say lucky there because they absolutely performed, executed. Until that.
Yeah, Cedars with the service error, but like you said, the big lead, you'll be okay.
Yeah, you can trade. You've got to be aggressive, but you can trade.
I don't feel like any coach really wants to see service errors.
We used to say 85% of the time. My dad's probably at home right now tracking them because he wants to prove me wrong.
Jefferson gets it over. Hedgesville with the Brown swing. Digged out by the Cougars. Off block and a point for Jefferson. Braylon Albright.
The head coach of the Australian national team in Atlanta in 1996 told me that if you serve more than 85%, you're not serving hard enough.
17-7. Brown has it digged by Winston. And now a swing on Jennings.
Don't know if that was in. She played that above her head with her heels on the end line.
Brown with a soft touch. Jefferson recovers.
Yeah, good dig by Flores. It's a good pass. This is the and
off block and Brown, a point for Hedgesville.
I don't know if Brown was earlier. She expected the set to be a little bit lower, but a great adjustment, and she still gets the kill.
Gracie Brown with the kill, 18-7. Hedgesville well in control here in set number 3, but both sets have seen comebacks by the team trailing. The team leading hasn't blown the lead completely, but we have seen some comebacks here. So
perfect pass.
Still a lot of volleyball to be played. Winston setting up her teammates. Hedgesville responds with a counter. There's a swing from Brown. Again, the soft touch. Digged by Flores.
Yeah, both teams are just a little bit, got to see a big swing here. Ware's going to go for it. As she places it. Over in 2.
Smith saves it for Hedgesville. Brown. It's going to be trouble for Jefferson.
Good save by Winston.
Interesting swing there, but it works out for Hedgesville as Chloe Hudson finding a spot in the Jefferson defense to get the point.
Yeah, Dodson just can't get there. It was just a power dink outside.
19-7.
past the block.
Eagles right now. Here's Smith with the serve. And
Rotational
error makes it 20-7. (20-7) our score.
Yeah, see, 11 never got back to the one base. She was closer to the net than number 3, Albright. That's where your rotation error was. See, she's set up at her setter's base.
Ware off block, and another point and a kill for Ware and the Eagles, extending that lead to 21-7.
There you go. C11 has to be behind 3. She has to be closer to the end line.
Hedgesville holds on to win this set. How Jefferson comes out for set 4, set 3.
Oof.
All Eagles right now. Sykes setting up for Brown. A big swing. Winston has played well in her first match back, and she ends up getting the kill for Jefferson at 21-8 now, and her team's fired up.
As soon as the ball's hit, you have to move back to your base for defense. Sykes got sucked up covering off block, and it's an overpass on the dig by Winston.
Braylon Albright to serve for Jefferson. Gracie Brown off block. Played back to the Hedgesville side. Another block, but it doesn't go over, and it's a point for Hedgesville. 22-8.
Yep, Hudson just beat the block.
Sykes will go back to serve it here with Jillian Sykes at 22-8. And she gets it over. Low with the dump. Swing from Brown and a kill. That was a lot of power from Gracie Brown. 23-8.
Yeah, Winston takes one off the floor, and then
Sykes gets it over.
It's touch.
Couldn't play it there from Repa. Another point now, set point for Hedgesville in set 3.
Yeah, she takes a step back. It's so much easier to move forward than backward. If I'm serving the 5. Look at the 5. The whole left side. You're asking Winston to cover a ton of space.
Winston with another good dig. Hedgesville, though, can go with its offense. Soft touch from Sutherland, and that is the set. 25-8. Hedgesville dominating Jefferson in that set. We head to a set 4. See if the Cougars can respond or if Hedgesville will walk away here victorious. Let's take a 60-second break. This is West Virginia High School Volleyball on on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
W. Harley Miller Systems understands the need and desire for reliable and affordable smart home solutions. Secure your home with a security system and keep a close eye on your family. Automate your home with a Control4 system and have smart technology work as one. Set daily schedules to control your thermostats. Push a button and set the mood for dinner by dimming lights and playing music, or just sit back and enjoy a movie in your own home theater. Put decades of experience to work for you. Visit us at WHMsystems.com or call 304-350-1931.
We welcome you back to Jefferson High School, Hedgesville, Jefferson, EPAC volleyball here. And our score, or as we had it, I should say, we head to set 4 after Hedgesville taking set number 3. And Hedgesville now leading 2-1. Nick Verzolini, Jim Klein, happy to have you with us. Feels like Hedgesville's regained their confidence and regained control of the match. But Jefferson had a great set too, so Jim, and set one wasn't that great. They did have a good rally, though, at the end of set one that maybe carried over into set two. We'll just have to wait and see. Should be, though,
Hedgesville serve.
An interesting set.
Hedgesville serve. So this gives them a great opportunity to assert the lead to start the fourth set.
Yeah, if you get out to a good lead like they did in the last set, that can just be deflating. Last time it was 8-1.
Yeah, 7-1 is a timeout. The Jefferson's used 6 timeouts in the first 3 sets. Hedgesville's called 2, both of them in set 2, which makes sense because of the scores, but just saying, Jefferson, they've won a set 25-22. I'm not trying to take anything away. I like the Jefferson team. I like the hustle. I like the energy. But clearly Hedgesville has pushed them. The fact that they've used all 6 timeouts. Great pass. Good tip.
Smith setting up for Brown.
Almost a free ball now. Jefferson, this is where you got to use it.
Blocked at the net by Hedgesville. Hudson and Brown combining on that one to get the point for the Eagles. 1-0 Hedgesville here in set 4. Hedgesville trying to take it and win the match, or will we see set 5? This one picked by Lowe. Diaz of a good swing. Brown for Winston, and now a swing on the other end and out. Two 2-0. Hedgesville on top. So these early points could really put you in a bind if you are Jefferson.
Yeah, Jefferson kind of got some players standing up, some players with hands on their knees. The body language does not resemble that of a group of competitors.
Flores off the tip, now 3-0.
So now you wonder if Alexis Smith's going to be even more aggressive serving. Yep, Coach Whitford's telling her where to serve. I like that.
Dig by the Cougars.
Coach Whitford did not like the block.
Brown gets it over, another point for the Eagles. And Coach Washington looked to be thinking about it maybe, but 4-0, still early here in this fourth set. But it does seem like Jefferson has kind of lost its momentum, and that's a service error. Could be a big swing in the match if you can get something going here for Jefferson now at 4-1. Flores will go back to serve, one of those seniors. She gets it over.
Great serve, deep one.
Gracie Brown off the play of Diaz. Hudson having to adjust, still gets it over. Winston sets up for Lowe. Back line played
Gotta be
by
outside.
Brown.
Yeah.
Brown going for the kill. Winston all over the place, continuing here in set 4.
Oh. Ware comes in and hits
Ware,
line.
nice hit.
Very nice hit. And she went line, too.
Tough to do to sneak that one in, but she does. 5-1 our score. Hedgesville regaining the serve in what has been just a great run since set 3, really. Set 2, Jefferson played really well, was able to get the win. But Hedgesville has come back and now in complete control. Ware getting the roof.
And someone might say, like, okay, so why is Hedgesville not going deeper into the bench? But with the problems that they've had staying healthy, if this is the core group for the next week or two, you got to get them all the reps.
Sykes serving. Diaz.
Off block, that's in.
Good swing from
her.
her.
Touch, too.
That makes it 6-2 now our score.
Yeah, that was a great play by the sophomore middle. We haven't seen a lot of that. We haven't seen Diaz get set in those type of situations as much. This is a good front row for Jefferson. Got to use it.
Repa serving now for Jefferson. Hedgesville trying to respond. Sutherland with a soft touch at the net. Low, a good swing. Sykes trying to set up her teammates. Ware
too many tips. She's got to accelerate, get there.
Diaz. Sykes.
And then a down ball there. She tipped twice and then a down ball. And she playing a little bit, just a little bit passive. Got to be a little more aggressive. Oh, great serve. Very good serve.
Riley Ripa serving. Somehow Hedgesville gets it over. Jefferson wasn't paying attention initially, but Diaz still gets the kill.
Ware's out of position. Ware didn't block.
Slow to get up. Appears to be all right.
Ware didn't block, and she didn't transition to defense, so I have no idea what happened there.
6-4, and a service error. That's kind of bails out Hedgesville when they're having a tough stretch defensively. 7-4, unfortunately for Jefferson. Ripa gets the service error. Reyna will go back to serve again. Who we mentioned had that great JV match and has done well at Varsity when she's been in.
Yeah, Ryder gets an ace. Oh, wait, maybe not. I talked too soon. My bad. My goodness, what a great play by Jefferson's defense. Ware's got to get there.
Ware gets it up.
Center needs
Sutherland.
to the spot. It's tight.
Blocked by Sutherland at the net, and that's a point for Hedgesville at 8-4.
Yeah, so we talked about this earlier in the match. When the set is so tight in the middle, she can't shoot the V. She has to push it straight by accelerating, and Sutherland, you just can't push through her.
8-4.
Low, a little frustrated there. The set was way off. Low. Bishop's got
Bishop.
A little inconsistent setting right now. Both sides are
Low,
struggling.
blocked at the net by Ware and Sutherland, and that gets the point for Hedgesville at 9-4. We got a timeout. Jefferson early here in set 4. It's a timeout. Let's take a 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, shrimp nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
9-4 in set number 4 between Hedgesville and Jefferson. Jefferson able to take set 2 to help extend this match. Hedgesville, though, bouncing back and dominating set 3. Got off to a good start here in set 4, but Jefferson is stuck around in the early going. He has a good swing, off block.
Great set. Great serve, and then a great dig by Ryder.
Point, though, going to the Jefferson Cougars, who continue to battle their way back. It's now 9-5. Jefferson trying to get it going here. Diaz going back to serve.
Serving Brown. Good pass. Go, Bishop.
Bishop, a good swing and a point for the Eagles, 10-5.
I lost sight of her behind the ref's chair from my position here in East Martinsburg, and I didn't see Bishop for a second. I was like, come on, go, go, go. You got to get there, and she did. Great acceleration, great swing.
10-5, Ware swings, or Ware at the serve. Play at the net, Jefferson unable to get it over, and it's a point for the Hedgesville Eagles.
Yeah, Ware doesn't let the timeout work, which is even more important. I like that.
11-5 Hedgesville, Ware serving again for the Eagles. And she gets it over.
Out of system. It's going to be a free ball.
Ripa played to the back line.
Oh, that's a good set the outside.
Bishop off block. Gets the point. 12-5. So Jefferson falling back behind after working it down to a 4-point match. It's now a 12-5 match. 7-point lead for the Hedgesville Eagles. Ware serving. Hedgesville up 12-5. Serve digged out by Winston. It's an ace. 13-5 Hedgesville.
Yeah, 3 in a row after the timeout.
Jefferson has had its moments tonight. Hedgesville, when they've been on, they've looked really good. 13-5. Ware another serve. And in. Service ace. Nobody really moved on that one. Thought it was out.
No.
But it was in. 14-5.
But the difference, you see the difference in culture with the balls where Hedgesville runs, Lake puts her foot on the line, calls it out. Jefferson kind of standing flat-footed. They're looking a little bit defeated right now, hoping that it's out instead of knowing it's out.
Ware gets it over. Played by the Cougars. Low. Hedgesville gets it over.
Short dumps.
Oh, Low, a big swing.
What's the call? Oh, okay, it's on Jennings.
So, point going to Jefferson now at 14-6. Heading back to serve for the Cougars is Thorne. And Thorne.
Not a good pass.
Not yet.
This is the lineup where we were, where Jefferson scored 7 or 8 points. Remember, Bishop was at the 4. Well, Bishop's at the 3 right now, and the serve receive. Remember, I said we could swing the other way, but now it's a good pass. Got to use it right here.
Sutherland, a good swing. Winston again keeping it alive for her team. She's had a good match in her first match back. Sutherland with the kill.
Yeah, there's just not enough beef there in the front row to stop that. You're asking an awful lot of May Leave to try and stop Sutherland, especially on a quick like that. And you saw that it was set up. You saw that Sutherland was coming hard and quick. That's actually a great time to shoot a 3 out to the outside.
Sykes gets it over. Thorne set up for Low.
Over the block.
Now played on the far side for Hedgesville. And out.
First thing I did was look at the lines
for the Eagles, 16-7.
Didn't see touch. I looked at the lines person right away. I didn't see touch over the block, so there's no call touch.
16-7. Sykes will serve.
Serve it deep.
She is able to get that in.
There's your final timeout.
And it feels all but over here at Jefferson High School, 17-7. Hedgesville has pulled away. We'll see if the Cougars can get some momentum out of the timeout. 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
We welcome you back to Jefferson High School. Hedgesville 17, Jefferson 7 out of the timeout taken by Coach Washington and the Jefferson Cougars. Here's Sykes to serve it for Hedgesville. She gets it over. Timeout doesn't affect her, at least for now. And Hedgesville trying to get the point. Swing from low, blocked by the Eagles. Jennings and Hudson combined for the block. It's 18-7 Hedgesville. Just 7 points away from winning the match here over Jefferson, who took set number 2. Sykes.
Center calling for it. Thorne, I like that. Aggressive, especially out of system. Jennings with the roll.
Gets it over. Thorne.
Back set from there.
Blocked
Very
again
tough
by the Eagles.
Bishop.
Good swing, but digged out
That's
by
quick.
Jefferson. Low, blocked again. Hudson and Jennings.
Oh, no,
And
a down ball
sent
error
out.
by Thorne. That's just, they work so hard, and you really can't fault Thorne there. I mean, she's got to put the ball in play, but man, being aggressive, you don't want to lollipop that right into the block.
Now a point going to Hedgesville. believe it was rotation there, Jim? Or?
Yeah, she's pointing at 15, Thorne, but I don't know. Or was it 12? I have no clue.
I thought maybe it was 12, but I didn't see a single on what number. So Sykes gets it over. Good swing from
trouble. That's hand.
Excuse me, that was Flores, and that's a point for Jefferson now at 20-8. Lowe will go back to serve. Jefferson trying to rally back. Hedgesville trying to close it out. These final points remaining here in set 4.
Oh, great
Ball
serve.
just goes over the net.
Yeah, they asked so much of Brown.
Thorne gets it over. Brown plays it for Sykes, who sets up Jennings. Low. Dinked out by Hedgesville. Jennings again.
Short.
Blocked.
Block.
Played by the Eagles.
Bishop with a good aggressive roll.
20-8.
Got to swing. That's deep.
And it's out.
21-8.
21-8 now our score here in set 4. Hedgesville just 4 points away from taking the match between Hedgesville and Jefferson here at Jefferson High School. The Eagles swept the Cougars in their first match at Hedgesville. This one will go more sets. We'll see if Jefferson has anything left here at 21-8 or if Hedgesville can close it. Sykes. Sykes again setting up for Gracie Brown. Great dig, but Brown goes right back.
Hudson actually expressed some frustration on the set, and Hedgesville gets another opportunity for Brown, and then Brown gets the overpass for the demonstrative kill. Talk about padding your hitting efficiency.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, oh, my goodness, he's right. The timing of that's just remarkable. Plus, the fatigue. They haven't played since last weekend, got home late Sunday night.
Brown again, and she's in the zone.
She is definitely in the zone. That's 3 massive swings in a row. And where we are, way up here, 5,000 feet at Mount Weather, we can still hear the impact of the ball hitting the floor. Outstanding swing by Grace Brown.
23-8. Cedars, good serve, gets it over.
Yeah, it was close. Roll, was that outside the antenna? Off block.
On the other end.
Thorne called. Yeah.
Good effort from Thorne, but can't get there, or can't get it over, I should say. 24-8 our score.
17 match points.
Match point. Hedgesville well in control. Cedars gets the serve over. Winston plays it. Where? Blocked.
Block.
Another swing and a point. That is the match. Chloe Hudson delivers the winning point for Hedgesville. 25-8 in 4 sets. Hedgesville getting the win, Jim, over the Jefferson Cougars. Let's go ahead and roll into our post-game show.
Identical scores in sets 3 and 4, 25-8, 25-8. Again, Jefferson used 8 timeouts through the match. Hedgesville used 2. Both timeouts for Hedgesville did end up in net gains with the runs that followed. They just ran out of time their last time out at 18-9, yet still forcing a 25-22 second set. Jefferson, I thought, played very well through the first 2 sets. I thought that after the way that Hedgesville started the third set, that 7-1 when they called timeout, 8-1 ultimate before the side out to score point number 2, they just looked flat. They just looked like, okay, we're in trouble. We know we're in trouble. And they'll learn how to overcome that feeling, that defeated feeling. The fact that they took a set, even from a depleted Hedgesville roster, it's a sign of the fact that they're going in the right direction and that coach is doing a good job.
Yeah, and on the Jefferson side, too, I think this was their 3rd straight day with a set, or with a match. So maybe in that 3rd and 4th, too, I mean, not only are you down, but maybe you're starting to feel a little tired. I mean, you want to be playing, so it goes back and forth. There's different strategies. There's different ways to play it. Jefferson, though, did show some good things. I think they can build on this. And Hedgesville, with the depleted roster, still finds a way to look dominant there toward the end. So I think both teams can have some positives from this one. Again, Hedgesville winning in 4 sets over Jefferson. We'll wrap it up here from Jefferson High School for Dylan Bishop back in the studio. Colin McLaughlin, our cameraman, Jim Klein. I'm Nick Verzolini. Tomorrow we'll have West Virginia High School football for you as Martinsburg plays host to the Jefferson Cougars in a big EPAC matchup. We'll see if the Cougars can rally against the Bulldogs.
Who you got?
You have to pick Martinsburg until they lose, right?
Okay.
In the EPAC.
All right. Just want to see if you go out on a limb.
Yeah.
Hey, can I say something real quick? Hey, Elena Harper, you get better, kiddo. We want to see you, not this year, but get better.
Definitely want to see that soon. But that will do it here from Jefferson High School. Again, Hedgesville winning in 4. Have a good night, everyone, and we'll see you for high school football tomorrow night.
That concludes tonight's coverage of West Virginia High School Volleyball featuring the Eastern Panhandle Athletic Conference. Tonight's coverage is brought to you by the Mirius Group of Ameriprise Financial Advisors, Rock's Local Markets, Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, Bechtel Jewelers, CMA Honda of Winchester, the Browns Funeral Home and Cremations, Orsini's Home Store, the Gary Kelly Allstate Insurance Agency, Hagerstown Ford, the Berkeley County Health Department, Modern Realty Results, and the Mansion Freddie Law Firm. Keep it tuned to TV 10 for